out like I usually would because then I would be thinking about that too. So, hello. I hope you can all hear me over this nonsense. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Aloha Tonight, otherwise known as the Aloha Hour, but I have no idea how long it's going to go. So, Aloha Tonight it is. Aloha, good sir.
And aloha right back at you.
How you
Aloha-ish. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. And this is something I've been telling a lot of people. When you wake up in the morning, you can decide it will be a great day. And most of the time, it actually will. But you have to choose it. You have
It's so
to choose
funny you say that. I know my kids watch this movie all the time. Have you ever watched, like, I think it's like Henry and the No Good, Awful, Crappy Day, whatever. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just like this really long title about how horrible of a day it is. Do you know what I'm talking about? I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's like, it's got, what's his face from The Office in it, that plays Michael.
Snuffy McGee.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, it's this movie about this kid's birthday, and it's just everything in the day that can go wrong does go wrong. But everything going badly in the day just unites their family more. Right?
Oh, very good.
So it's a really, a good-hearted movie. It's fun. I never sat through the whole thing until yesterday. I think it was yesterday. But it's just funny that you should say that. And I would like to say aloha to one Elliot Fernandez.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey. Hey, is my audio better than it was yesterday?
Sounds great to me.
Well, I wasn't on yesterday, so I assume it's better. But how about Saturday?
Como está?
Muy bueno, y usted?
Muy bueno.
Muy bueno.
Muy macho.
One of these times we are going to have to pop open Skype and try this through Skype so I can have different windows of everybody on here.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that soon too, so I can figure out how to properly do things. I can't use OBS through Hangouts that way, the way everybody's doing it. So on a Mac, so I have to adjust.
Have you been gargling with battery acid? What's going on?
I've been talking all night. I changed the name of it. I'm calling it a Spotlight. I don't know what to call it. I called it Indie Showcase. I thought, is that a John Malin title?
Well, no, sometimes I use the term spotlight. Sometimes I call it a showcase.
Yeah, I called it Indie Spotlight with Jerkmonger. I don't know. I'll change it. But what I did is I went through a bunch of the different Indiegogo campaigns that I think are pretty interesting. I shared, did a lot of shilling for Lone Star.
Yeah, boy.
You'd be proud of me, Mike.
I'm always proud of you, Elliot. You don't have to show for Lone Star for that.
No, I'm just telling you. And we also did a lot of talk about your project too. Within that, I forget the name of the title. I read it on the thing.
Off-worlder.
Oh, you're talking about Blood in the Jungle.
Yeah. That was fun. And some other ones that I'm not really that familiar with, but people in the chat were talking about, so I just looked it up and we talked a little bit about it. It was fun.
Oh, very cool. Oh, hey, Mike, my fellow Hawaiian, Manny, released his project today, and he is already funded.
Oh, aloha.
The Unbreathable Skunk Girl.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've been waiting for that. That's fun.
Yeah. Such a good guy, though.
Very nice.
I've met him and his family, him and his son. Just good people, good family.
Well, he sounds like someone that should be on the Aloha Tonight. I'm so used to the Aloha Hour.
Yeah, he's got his launch party.
I'll be someone that should be on the Aloha Hour.
Hey, here's a Mr.
Malin.
Who's that?
Allow me to bring my dark cloud over this night.
We're gonna lift you up, Malin.
This is Juan.
Oh, it's
Juan
not gonna happen.
Malin.
Not today.
I'm gonna bring the clicks.
Let me look up some Mary Poppins lyrics. We can make
Buenos
this happen.
noches, Juan Malin.
I want everyone to think about Never Ending Story and the nothing just closing in. The big storm.
I never watched the Never Ending Story.
All right, well, trust me, it's a big storm cloud, and there's a rock biter, and he's like, they look like big, strong hands, don't they? And he couldn't hold on to his friends. That's me today. All day. All day. So when Edwin's in here talking about choose your day, I was triggered. I had to come in here. I said, hold my beer.
I've got to ruin your day.
Started.
I'm going to go ruin Edwin's day.
Impossible. It would be impossible for a ray of sunshine.
My day ended in a criminal act, Edwin.
Perpetrated against you or by you?
me towards society.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I now have a criminal record.
Do you want to admit this?
And I have a court date.
What are you talking about?
What happened, Malin? Can you tell us?
Malin, did you leave the house?
Yes. This is why everything went wrong.
Why did you leave the house?
I had to get McDonald's. All right, so here we go. Here's my day in a nutshell.
All right.
So I have to get up early. You know, I have to do the, the funeral. So we go to the funeral. We deal with that. But before that, we have the plumbers show up. So I have to get the plumbers there. And my sister-in-law pulls in, and she parks right where they need to park the excavator. I'm like, hey, you're going to have to move your car. And she's like, right now? I can't go to the bathroom? Like, yeah, right now. So that was the start to a beautiful day. Go to the funeral. I mean, that was all fine, and all that stuff was good. Come back to the house. What was going to be done by noon is not done, but everyone's on their lunch break, so go take a nap, and the plumbing actually got done well, but it cost $6,000.
Oh.
And then I gave a $300 tip. Just because I was happy that it was done. I feel like I wasn't getting raked over the coals with it.
In Michigan, people, it cost you $6,000. Did you have your whole house repiped?
Yes, yes, sir. Okay. Everything in my basement out to my road. So instead of jackhammering out the pipes, they restrung it along my basement wall, and then they re-drilled out to the road.
Hold on, I don't want to add misery to your day, John, but my wife just brought me a delicious tray of Korean pork and food. So go on with your story.
If I was there, I'd flip it.
It sounds good so far, right?
It was all right. It was all right. I mean, there was a lot more emotional things, and so I'm like, I'm gonna try to cap this day off nice. I volunteer to, drive my brother-in-laws out to the airport tomorrow. Da-da-da-da-da. And then I'm like, hey, instead of us making something, because all we really have is hot dogs right now. I'm like, I'm gonna go get everyone some McDonald's on me. And my birthday was last Sunday, and someone did not renew their license because there was a hurricane. There was a hurricane of bad luck all last week. So I'm driving to get, and our car, it has like a short and one light. So if you hit a bump just right, the light's gonna cut off or it's gonna pop on. It was off. And I saw a cop in front of me do a Yui in a parking lot, and I was like, "That's a little aggressive." I'm like, "Is he coming for me?" Yes, he was. So he pulled me over. I mean, this is a small town. I'm just like, where are you going? McDonald's. Which is right there. You can see it. McDonald's. Where are you coming from? My house. Blah blah blah. You got any of your license, right? He was actually being a bit of a, hard butt. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I give him my license, registration, all that stuff. And, he comes back to inform me that my license is expired. First he's like, did you have a birthday recently? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I know. I screwed up. Yeah. This is totally 100% my fault. And I told him, I said, sorry, I just had a lot going on this week. My nephew passed away, and it's just we buried him today. It's just but yeah, I'll get that stuff fixed. I'm not trying to run from the law or anything. And anyways, he asked me where my nephew lived, and I'm like, well, he lives right here in town next to this place. And he's like, oh, it said something. I was like, well, his name's Gage, and he's like, oh, okay. Wow. They knew about it because it's a small town,
right?
And anyway, so he cuts me a deal, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'm just gonna get a fix-it ticket, for my headlight. Like, that to me sounds like a deal. No, he didn't give me a fix-it ticket, but he did give me a misdemeanor driving without a license. I have to go to a court and pay some fines now.
Breaking the law.
Yeah. And then he also informed me that I'm lucky, or I'm lucky he didn't take my car. And I was just like, thanks.
Would he'd let you drive off with the car?
Yes. Yeah. He let me drive to McDonald's to finish my errand for my in-laws, and then drive back to the house. But he was still very prickly, man. He's like, if I see you tonight, I'm taking your car. I'm just like, yeah, I got it. I get it, dude. Yeah. What do you think I'm gonna do? Hot rod around this two road town?
The great state of Michigan.
Now I have a court date. I have not had a vehicular related ticket, or any kind of ticket actually, in my entire adult life. He's like, yeah, your record looks pretty clean, so they'll probably just give you a small fine. And it's like, what's a small fine? $20? $100? $500? How much money do you make? What's the scale here? But I didn't ask, because I was just like, whatever I'm getting off on, I'm just gonna take what I got and go.
Yeah. Well, you didn't get tased, at least.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and my brother-in-law was like, well, you should have went up on the the hood and hit your light, because it would have popped back on, and it would have. But I was like, I don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
So, no, I like, what does that can do? Oh yeah, you weren't lying, but here's still your driving without a license, or driving with a expired license ticket. That ain't gonna help. So
that's terrible, John.
Just a good old boy.
I have spent so much money.
Never meaning no harm.
Week and a half. It is.
Beats all you ever saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day he was born.
Yeah, but I'm never in trouble.
Mailing their way. The only way knows how. But that's just a little bit more than the law will allow.
Yeah, so I'm 10% anti-cop right now.
Sounds like somebody needed to fill a quota.
That's what I thought. I'm like, he just needed something for his record. So I'm like, if you're gonna really do me a solid, man, don't give me the misdemeanor. Give me the fix-it ticket.
Someone in the chat is asking me what I'm eating. This is a barbecue pork belly with roasted garlic.
Yeah. Well, you would think at least he could have offered to just take you in the alley and work your ribs over a little bit and just let you drive home, yeah?
Yeah, but there's not even an alley here. It's a small town.
Behind the 7-Eleven. Tell you what, kid, I'm just going to kick you in the ribs a couple of times and send you on your way.
Yeah, we don't have a 7-Eleven here.
All right.
There's nothing in this town except the Walmart. They could have took me to the grocery aisle and beat me.
All right, so when John Malin launches Graveyard Shift 2, he needs to have a ticket tier.
Yeah.
So just know now you're backing a hardened criminal.
Yep.
A hardened criminal.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should be hanging out with John anymore. The feds might come after us.
Yeah, there's probably a scripture about that.
People in chat are loving this. Black Wolf says, "End the feds, John." Okay. Someone else said, who is it? Man in Lunacy says, "Taxation is theft." That doesn't help me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel you, John. I feel you. I've been there.
Nasser wants the link, but Nasser's the one that left my green room.
Oh.
Edwin the Ace, better to keep this a no drama stream. Don't want to promote drama. Oh, to sell books. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe Nasser just wants to talk about his sympathies for my newfound criminal career.
I know we need some. We need some Iron Maiden or some Judas Priest here.
I don't know, John. My view of you is crushed.
Yeah.
My view of me is crushed. You know, when I hold that holier than thou over everybody else in my family, now they're gonna know I got a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So now tell me about my story about getting arrested in New York.
Yeah. This is nothing compared to your story.
What? No, we're hardened criminals together. You're part of the Justice League.
Was that last time you were arrested?
What? No,
Elliot?
Yeah.
Elliot probably got arrested last week with that haircut.
That was the free haircut they gave him in jail.
Yeah.
Oh no, Elliot.
Remember the army when they shaved your head? They had a vacuum cleaner attached to the clippers.
Yes,
the
sun
Floby.
cut.
I don't remember of it.
I remember the Floby.
Yeah, ours did. Forbidding the first haircut had the soot cut.
I do remember that before I went in, I shaved my head because I was going to save myself some money. This is how us poor people think. And
they still made you get a haircut.
They still made me get a haircut. Dirty dogs. I had to pay for it too.
And it just makes you stood out. You probably had to do push-ups for coming in there looking like a hero. Oh, we got a hero here, Private Malin. Beat your face.
Yeah. The dreaded beat your face. The dreaded ate up like a soup sandwich.
Yeah. How many times did you guys hear "Proud to be American" while you're in basic?
No, frequently.
I felt like I was being programmed, and like I was conscious of it. I'm like, they're programming me because I'm totally sleep deprived, and I have to sit in these long class deals. Yep. And then I keep hearing they start playing the "Proud to be an American." I was like, you dirty dogs! I know what you're doing.
What the heck? That song came out in I thought that song came out in 2001 or something.
That song.
Are you kidding me? That song is from the 80s.
Is it really?
Proud to be an American?
Sorry, I didn't listen to country.
Did you miss out on the last 3 decades, Mike? Everybody has heard this song. Where were you? Are you a Russian spy?
This chicken's really good, John.
Yeah, you eat that chicken.
Today is Canada, though. Oh, no, it's already past midnight. No, Canada Day is gone.
No, it's still Canada Day.
On the West Coast, it is.
I'd like to thank all the Canadian ladies for their pictures of their shirts. I'm not saying any names. They're out there on Twitter. And
all right. So Malin's day wasn't that horrible because him and Cecil both had time to comment on a rather, there's no other way to say it. She's a rather large-breasted woman who is from Canada, and she was like, "Don't hate on my shirt. You know, this is just my body and the way the dress fits me." And she was a very bosomy lady. So
yeah, and she was.
I am not one to body shame women.
She was saying she was Canadian. She was saying Happy Canada Day. And Cecil and then myself, we were both proclaiming our love for Canada.
Oh, yeah. You both seem very eager to celebrate Canada Day along with the picture of the pretty young woman.
It was a moment of weakness. And then I wrote in big letters, "Notice me!" exclamation points. She wasn't actually tagged in, if anyone's curious. So, yeah. You know, even in a dark storm, there's a light somewhere. That was me reaching for the light. Darkest hour, Edwin.
Darkest hour.
Yeah.
Let's see. I believe that Nasser that we have in the chat is not a real Nasser, so maybe we'll send him on his way. No.
Why is he saying things completely out of Nasser character?
Well, if you click through his profile, it says no content. Yeah.
Oh.
So it was a rabble riser. How you doing, Kyung Lee? Did you knock over a liquor store today at lunch? What kind of criminal activity did you engage in today?
No. I was smart. Aside from going to the post office, I went right back home and stayed at home.
Yeah.
What are we talking
I
about?
should have stayed home. I had to be a hero, didn't I?
Yeah. Hey. McDonald's is on me today. I'm a highly successful comic book artist.
Yeah. Throwing that big money around.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, somebody throw Nasser the link. Nasser, no drama.
It's not the real Nasser.
It's not the real Nasser. It was a Nas personator.
What?
Yeah. According to Detective Boyette, this is not the real Nasser Rabadi.
Yeah.
Well, then how would I throw him a link?
Yeah.
Here, catch. Somebody's asking what I'm working on. I'm working on page 2 of Monster Hunt.
Nice.
What?
Nice.
I'm actually jumping.
I love that Mike got super excited that he had to jump over and start on that. Yeah, that looks awesome.
Ooh, that looks good.
Nice.
Wait, what? Say hi, Eden.
Hi, Eden.
Sing us a song, Eden. Sing us a song.
Oh, nice hair, Eden.
Did you guys see how Mike was making Eden work in a dark room?
Yeah, man.
Almost candlelight. That's how the Pope made Michelangelo go blind.
Yeah, we all saw it, John. We all saw your funny joke.
Was that a dark room, Eden? Your dad was making excuses for the light.
The chain on my ceiling lamp hasn't been working for some reason, so it is
No.
dark in my room.
But
Yeah, Mike made an
no,
excuse.
wait. Let's hear the rest of this story. But
You sound like you want to tell it.
no, I want to hear it from you. I don't want to. I'm not.
Oh, he put these weird, like, little lights on my chair.
Really,
it's
that's
exactly
that's
what-
the way this story goes. Okay, so she's sitting there working in the dark with one freaking light bulb. So I bring in these really bright LEDs that I have to get adapters for. I go through all this trouble so that she can work in the light and not in the dark. And then
so that
because
she
the
won't go
LEDs
blind.
were so bright, when I took the picture, it made the rest of the room look dark by contrast. And that's what you commented on, John.
Right.
Do you feel that photo was accurate, Eden? Or is what your dad's saying more closer to the truth?
I feel like the photo was very accurate.
I am never helping you again.
Tell your father that light has no fellowship with darkness.
Light is no fellowship with darkness.
I guess you're the darkness.
Oh no! And a man's enemies will be the members of his own household. So, Malin, did you learn how to play like the tin can or the harmonica while you were in the Hooskow?
Oh no, I'm already an old hand at the old jailhouse. Boys. I run that place.
Should we send care packages or soap on a rope or what?
Yeah, my PO box is actually at the jailhouse.
He needs cigarettes. Cigarettes, they're as good as cash in there.
Noise.
Oh,
Coffee
maybe-
is better.
there does have
Don't
to be
come
a
in here
criminal
making
tier
noise.
now. There does have to be some kind of hardened criminal tier on Graveyard Shift now.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I was just like, oh my gosh, this day just capped off. Then I'm depressed. I'm depressed. Because I'm just like, oh, I got so much work to do. I got to just get everything ready. I got to start trying to, because people are like, what about, what are those launch pages for your Indiegogos now?
Oh, landing pages.
Yeah, they're like, are you going to get one of those? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't know.
It ain't hard.
And then the tiers now have these drop windows. I'm like, that's more stuff to learn. I got these cards sitting here I need to finish drawing. And but I figure out tomorrow I will start anew. Today I'm just going to let it play out. I'm going to sit here and have a conversation with my friends. And that's that.
Well, we're happy to be here for you in your time of need, John.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you have your wife drive tomorrow though, so that same cop isn't waiting for you when you take your in-laws to the?
Oh no! I'm not. Yeah, I can't take them now. I told them, I'm like, sorry guys, you're gonna have to get your, other brother to take you out there, because if they catch me tomorrow, I might be in jail. Yeah. So I mean, my driving's fine, but just on the off chance that I get pulled over between here and Detroit Metro, that's a good hour drive there and back. On the off chance I get pulled over for whatever reason, or somebody sideswipes me or something crazy, yeah, I'd be going to jail.
Which would happen.
Yeah, just my luck.
Yep.
So that's what I thought when I saw that guy turning around. I'm like, oh, it's going to be just my luck that he's coming for me. And yeah.
Well, you were the only other person on the road.
There might have been another car or two. I was definitely the only one with one headlight.
Breaking the law.
Well, you probably look like a drug dealer, right? Because you've been having some work done to your house, you've been fixing stuff up and having family over, and you have no visible employment. Deputy Dog probably has you under surveillance.
Yeah. Driving one headlight car. I got a hat on. Yeah.
Do you have a pit bull in your yard?
No, I got a little. But yeah, good point. Now that I'm thinking of it, yeah, I was sending out the signs. I was watching this show. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I was watching a show today of these, it was like drug dealers. There's like a documentary crew following them around, and this guy was like, "Yeah, I drive an RV because no one's gonna pull over an RV because the RV looks like you got a family in there." But the outside of the RV looked exactly like what you would expect a drug dealer.
Hey, look, Evil. He's tossing you gang signs. He knows you've done some hard time.
Oh, Evil he is.
Which set did you join, Malin? Are you what are you? Are you part of the Tone Logue set, or what are you?
Nation of Islam.
Oh yeah, that's sensible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't accept white people.
Well,
you're the devil.
Look,
don't you
I'm the white guy that had to do some real heavy crap to be.
Isn't he like 164th Vietnamese though? That probably counts for them.
Yeah,
that's probably
that
enough.
probably counts.
Just one drop, right? That's how they.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle had a joke about the white guy that ends up hanging out with all the gangsters, like, because you don't watch out for that guy because you don't know what he had to do to get in. He's probably the worst. So that was me. Once the Nation of Islam had a conversation with me, they were like, "You're in." I was like, "Thanks for your protection."
They're like, no, you're here to protect us.
Yeah. I will guard your bodies.
Your dead bodies.
Yeah. Just in case after this though, you might want to look up some YouTube videos on shank making just to be safe.
Black Wolf Senpai is saying that that ticket helps support your city, John.
I'll be right back, Mike.
All right, brother.
Yeah, it's helping someone. It ain't helping me.
So what do you think so far, John? How's it looking?
Oh, I'll have to wait on the 15
you gotta wait
second delay here.
A few seconds.
Oh, if it was the mic, yeah, I saw it earlier. It looks good.
Yeah, but now I'm making it.
Yeah. No. Didn't you hold it up like 2 minutes ago?
Oh, yeah. You saw it, all right.
Yeah. No, it's great. What's in his mouth?
Spit.
Oh, is that not inked?
No.
It looks like he's got like a can of pop in his mouth or something.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
He's hardcore.
Oh, I've scrolled all the way up. Kyung, what are you up to?
Working on secret stuff.
So you can't talk about it.
Yeah, I was introducing the nation to the idea of wolf milk. They didn't take it very well.
I don't imagine.
Yeah. Then they said, "We got something for you." I was like, "What?"
Hey, you weren't on when I was on Geeks and Gamers, were you? Were you in the chat?
When were you on Geeks and Gamers?
When he was saying he wasn't a Luke Skywalker fan.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Go ahead, Mike. Give us your version of it so we can tell the real version of it.
No. I was just wondering because people in the chat were bringing up wolf's milk, and Jeremy's all, "What's that about?" I'm like, I am not going to tell you.
Yeah, so everyone has to track down Mike. I don't know if that video is even up. Those guys are smart on the algorithms. They might take those down. But if you can go on Geeks and Gamers, you can find Mike on there. It was hilarious. Mike is just the worst. He's too honest. And apparently Mike isn't a big fan of Luke Skywalker, because what was it you said he was?
Whiny brat?
Yeah, like a whiny brat. And like immediately he lost everyone, like Jeremy, everybody.
And the chat all turned on him.
Nice.
Yeah, like WTF? Like it was pretty bad. I was trying to help Mike in the chat. I was like, "No, Mike, stop!" And eventually, and it was amazing how long it took for Mike to find out this wasn't helping him at all. And
I'm not gonna lie.
By the time he figured it out, he started grabbing his kids' lightsabers and
Those
swinging
aren't
them.
my kids. These are my lightsabers.
I like Star Wars. I like it a lot.
Oh, that's
Did
cool.
you also confess to them that you liked The Last Jedi?
I told them.
Yeah.
I told them they've.
I like the scene where they fought the Red Guard.
Oh,
That was pretty. That scene where they fought I'm not saying it was well choreographed, but it was pretty.
That's actually, I didn't like that. I thought it was poorly choreographed.
I like the preview to the next Star Wars movie. Looks entertaining. Well, the audio sounds good. The way they did the audio for that preview was pretty impressive.
The thing about Jeremy was he knew already what my opinion was, and then he asked me anyways.
It's like, this is gonna be funny.
I think he was just testing me.
It's like going to like a Superman fan community and being like, "Yeah, I like everything about Superman except Superman."
Luke's a whiny brat. What do you want from me?
How does your brain work, Mike?
It's called honesty.
Oh.
So no, wait.
I'm belligerently honest.
But Mark Hamill is kind of whiny. They like this current Mark Hamill, or like they like the old Luke Skywalker.
Me?
Oh, in the new in the Last Jedi, he is a bit whiny. But that wasn't Mike's argument. Mike's argument was he thought he was whiny from episode 1, and maybe a little,
a little,
but it's all fixed by the end of the show or the end of the movie. He wants to go to town to get some power converters or whatever it was he was complaining about. Well, look, that all changed right after his family got lit up like the 4th of July.
Right after his family got murdered, and then he didn't even care.
Yeah, that's an evolution in a character.
Well, that's courage. You went in there and you just peed all over their stormtrooper boots. Then
yeah, like a nice rug. Can I pee on it?
I get the feeling I will never be invited to be part of the High Council.
That's a nice Chewbacca rug you got there. Let me take a dump on it.
And tell you how much I like porgs.
Serena says he matures through the trilogy. Delusions of grandeur. I'm with Han Solo. Luke saying he was a Jedi was delusions of grandeur.
It was bold.
No one can argue. It's all true.
People appreciate courage.
Yeah, a lot of training did seem to be missing.
Yeah, see? The truth comes out.
Is that Elliot?
That doesn't make you all right, Mike. That makes you like 10% right.
Put Elliot's screen up. He's making some art, man.
Ooh.
Go off.
Who's that, Elliot?
Oh, this is my secret stuff.
Well, hang on. Well, don't be showing your secret stuff now. This is a family channel.
Right.
Hey.
I see a severe lack of nipple.
Here.
He's got a costume on. I just haven't
Here you go,
done it.
John. There's your nipple.
Oh, well, Mick, if you're referring to Mick actually is lacking
What?
the nipple.
No, he's
It's
not.
been removed.
I'm looking at your book, dude.
Yeah, it's inverted. Actually, that looks about right. That looks about right.
disgusting.
That's in the middle enough.
Why
there,
the hell
Mike.
is his nipple inverted, John?
Well, it's just gone, and then it's like a hole on the inside.
That's disgusting.
Thank you.
Why is his nipple gone, John?
Just because it sounded really disgusting.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he was in an explosion. I don't know. Shrapnel took it clean off. I don't know.
Just took his nipple off.
Yeah, both.
Perfectly round piece of shrapnel just popped in there, puffed it out, and left.
Ben Pinchetti says, "Make nipples great again."
Come. Oh man.
Serena says, "Thank you for reading my comment in a whiny voice, Mike." I was reading it in Luke's voice.
Elliot is drawing naked buff hermit Luke. Is that a naked buff hermit Luke? I don't want to see his lightsaber, dude.
His Schwartz is with you.
What color is it?
It's as big as mine.
What?
What color is his lightsaber?
Pink.
Purple.
Make it rainbow. There could be a rainbow lightsaber, right?
Well, no, it's July. Too late.
Mhm.
Too late. Wait till next year.
All right, I'm gonna put that in my back pocket.
Oh, brother. What are you working on? You can't say? You can't say?
Yeah, what's up with all these secrets? Why is everybody
Come on.
gotta have secrets? I told you guys openly about my newfound criminal history.
Yeah.
I told you about mine openly too, but this is different.
He looks like me, though. I appreciate that.
Kyung, let's
Yeah.
hear about your criminal history.
I just told you.
I'm clean.
That was it.
Kyung?
No, Elliot's.
No, Kyung.
Well, no, he didn't ask about your criminal record. He asked to hear your criminal history.
Yeah, not the stuff you got caught doing.
Oh. Oh, well, actually, if I don't know. I don't know if word we get around. I could tell you one little criminal act that I did. All right, I'll do it without saying any names.
He can't
So,
hold
back in my youth, I don't know, maybe 13, 14-ish, trailing around with my older criminal brother, who is partially responsible for me being in comics because he shoplifted a bunch of comic books. We had a friend, and this friend was a little, I don't know, he was a bit like me, I guess, talking people into doing things they shouldn't be doing. And he's like, hey, there's a marina that has a shed, and they leave that thing unlocked, and there's a boat motor in there. Why don't you guys go in there and grab that? We're like, yeah, we can prove ourselves as being bad kids. We can do this, right? Yeah. All right, so I went along with my brother to this marina, and there was a shed out there, and it was unlocked, and we go in there, and we have no lights, no nothing. We're fumbling around in there. This thing, the shed is just packed with who knows what a marina would have. But there was a boat motor, but it was like a big boat motor. There was no way two kids were going to, well, one, get this thing out of the shed, and then two, lug it down a street and not get arrested. But we did find a garbage bag, and in that garbage bag was a Primo wetsuit. We took that. We reappropriated that wetsuit.
Can't
So
believe
did
you're here. I
Did
can't
you
believe
make
you're not
yourself
in
a
jail.
super villain costume with that wetsuit? What
No, we
became
gave
of
it
the
to somebody that wasn't even involved. I don't even understand it.
wet- This is very random criminal behavior.
Yeah, well, that's my criminal history. Oh, well, I also, when I was younger, older, but look, I got a little bit on a sticky finger spree when I was younger. You know, just what kids do. So you go to stores, you start grabbing candy. Actually, I was actually on a CD binge when I was younger. So I would, those plastic cases that would be on a CD, it was like a big handle. Yeah. No, you guys live in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I'd grab a handful of like CDs. I would go to the pants section. I would take those CDs. I'd slide them right into the jeans, which were nicely folded, almost like a basket, if you will.
I see.
Then I would go into the dressing room. I would take the CDs out. I had at one time a knife for cutting the plastic, but I think I found it was better to just use a lighter. So, and then I would take the CDs, and I would, tuck them under my shirt, whatever, and out the door. Yeah. But then my criminal career was cut short when I stole a bag of candy, and it was at a grocery store. But I was with my two of my incredibly awesome winning friends, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna steal this stuff. And what I didn't know was that they were grabbing things off the shelf and eating them, and that action had actually drawn attention to them. And so while the lady was watching them, I made my move, unaware completely of the lady and what they were doing. I made my move, and I took a bag of Nestle Bunch of Crunch, and I shoved it in my leather jacket, and because I was a bad boy. And
no, you've got a poltergeist, Mike. Ooh! Oh no, JoJo! Oh no!
Yeah, don't let JoJo hear this. I don't want him to turn into a heart.
Isaac's listening. He's
Yeah,
12.
so-
He's just the right age.
Yeah. So, anyways, so I shoved it in my jacket. I slid it down part of my sleeve, and when I left, I didn't know, but the lady followed me right out the door, and she's like, excuse me, sir. And I was like, uh-huh. And she's like, can I see inside your jacket? And, I thought, I was a little cocky, and I was like, oh, yeah, sure you can, because I'm smart. And I unzipped my jacket just enough, because I figured because the bag was actually in my sleeve, but the corner was hanging out. You could see it. And what I should have done, now cover your kids' ears, what I should have done is just said, no way B, and just kept on trotting. But I didn't do this. I thought I could outsmart her. Because of this, so I ended up getting the cops there, and then I was being told by the lady on my way out that tell all your friends not to come here. like all my friends are shoplifting. So I was like, okay. So
you do have a criminal record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about it. Except for that murder, but that one's covered up.
All right. P Money says, "Hey guys, haven't super chatted in a long time. $2.79 Canadian money. He did that because it's Canada Day. I assume he's trying to rub Canada Day in our noses."
Well, why would Canada make up Canada Day? Do we have America Day or American Day? United States Day?
Yeah, 4th of July.
No, that's a holiday.
That's
That's a
Independence
celebration of an event.
Well, that's their version, I guess.
No, it's just a day.
I don't know.
Canada Day.
You know what? You know why? Because every day is America Day.
That's true.
Because every day is America.
That's right.
America.
Canada only deserves one day a year.
Oh, so anyways, good news is my plumbing is done. But even though they led me to believe they were going to put in this, I have to put a condensation pump in there because my furnace has like a little hose that drains into a little hole in the ground, but they plugged the hole in the ground now, so it has nowhere to drain to. So right now I have it like taped to a bucket, and but what they were supposed to have done was put in a condensation pump that actually pumps it up to a higher elevation into the new pipes and then out. And when I went down there, I was like, "Oh, are you guys putting in that condensation pump?" And the guy looked at me like, "I don't know." So I had to go find the boss and be like, "Oh, what's up with that pump?" And he was trying to explain to me, like he's like, "Well, I know I said that you were going to need that, but I didn't include that in the quote." And I was like, "Oh." Anyways, by the end of by the end of the conversation, he ended up just throwing it in. He might have raised the price a little bit because he didn't give me a hard price at that time. But yeah, he paid. It was $6,000 out the door. So for everything. So now they're going to come back on the 4th of July between 10 and 2 p.m. and then they will add in the condensation pump.
Well, America Day.
No, 4th of July, Independence Day.
Some say that's just a day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Americans.
Oh, that's why Canada doesn't have an Independence Day. They never declared independence from the crown.
Oh wow, that's like, you know what Canada Day is? It's a promise ring. I hate promise rings so much. I hate kids that talk about them. And anytime I hear something, oh well, it's a promise ring. I want to punch you.
That's
It's like it means nothing because you've done nothing. You've committed to nothing. Ugh.
You've committed to not doing anything.
It meant everything to me, John.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a promise ring so I can touch your boob tonight. How's that?
Don't give. That's not what a promise ring is. A promise ring is a pledge of purity.
No, it's not. It's a pledge
it
you're
is.
gonna get some in about a week.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Mike, you do not know how. I don't know what was going on in the Miller area of your youth, but no, everyone getting a promise ring. These guys are all getting it on.
In my youth, I was an agnostic. That didn't have anything to do with that stuff.
Mike just said
Yeah, but I don't know what kind of area you grew up in.
California.
Yeah, they're all uptight there. They're not like us in the Midwest. Playas.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's a chastity ring. Isn't that the same thing?
No.
No, a chastity ring would be a chastity ring, Mike.
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
No. A promise ring is like is just another excuse for women to get jewelry.
Yeah, it's just a way for the guy, because he's got no money and no job, to say, well, this is for when I get money and a job, but can I touch your boob? That's what it is. That's a promise ring.
A promise ring is for a guy who's been friend zoned.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh,
What's up, Crit?
I am.
So moral of the story is don't ever accept or give a promise ring, and don't let your children accept or give promise rings either.
What if they think that means...
Well, you know what? Mike is half right. I'm looking up a purity ring, and that's also known as a promise ring.
Thank you.
A promise ring is also like a pre-engagement ring. So like Malin said, that I guess a boob touch is in the near future.
Yeah,
that's the opposite of a purity ring.
It's true.
But they have
Well, not all promise
name,
rings are purity rings.
apparently.
Yeah, I'm not sure the national definition of promise ring was going around the same way.
Yeah, regional definitions, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Just-
guess. Whatever.
Just touch that boob, guys. It'll be all right.
Terrible.
Man
Terrible.
up.
Unless the boob has an inverted nipple, then it might be horrifying.
Yeah.
Edwin,
Oh yeah, I
you?
should have totally made Lilith the complete, or just like Mick. That would have been pretty horrific, you know. And then Vlad being with her would be even more awkward.
Ugh.
Weird.
I don't think I could get past that smell. A rotting corpse.
You need to
Would
do
you date a rotting corpse?
No.
What's your personality like? Just kidding. It doesn't matter.
It matters.
How blue is her wig?
Love matters.
Oof.
Edwin.
Love is love, huh?
Yeah, love.
What is love? Ooh, baby, you stink.
Yeah.
Next thing we're going to advocate for, necrophilia.
Oh.
Well, Lilith is undead.
No.
Yeah. See,
But
John's
she's
already
not
doing it.
dead. She's undead.
John is pushing society down the slippery slope of necrophilia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, this brings me to a point. Because I heard you mention in a stream something about how Comicsgate was more into the horror than for the superhero. Maybe some, but definitely not Graveyard Shift, because I see it a lot more as like superheroes are horror. So, Spider-Man is horror, Hulk is horror. These are all radioactive experiments gone awry. Graveyard Shift is the same. It's just old school superhero. Old school Marvel superhero, probably more so than DC.
Yeah, on the tail end of EC, I think.
Lone Star, even. I mean, it's got the supernatural elements, but he's almost Captain America, but he's still a superhero. So, and Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog, not your traditional superhero because he was a frog turned into a frogman, but still in the same vein.
There's just no blood flowing through those veins in Graveyard Shift. Angram says, undead deserves right too. The undead deserve love too. Hashtag undead rights now.
Well, once you drain the blood, the body shouldn't smell anymore, right? I mean, isn't it the blood what makes the body rot? Like smell.
Oh,
the absence of blood flow.
Right.
I guess being dead, cellular death, probably.
Yeah, because the meat in your fridge doesn't have any blood in it, but you leave it out for 3 days.
Yeah. Your house will be smelling a little funky, a little funkadelic. These details are important. Realism is you gotta have these details down in your comic books, or
Yeah, John, did you research any of this stuff before you start? Oh no, Mark wrote it. That's right.
Yeah. Like on what was going to be the actual functions within the bodies, like how that would work, or what? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. No, I'm just drawing the pictures on that part. Make it up as I go. On that way. That's what I do. That's pretty much my whole shtick, guys. I don't know if everyone's figured that out yet. That's the fun. That's the fun of being the contrarian.
It's true.
Very cool. Kyung, what are you working on today, brother?
Well, later on tonight I'll be working on Tales from the Stacks. But right now, what I'm working on, I cannot talk about.
Okay. Alrighty.
Elliot, give that man a bulge, please.
No.
It's looking awfully feminine down there.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I used to draw guys like that all the time. And actually, my older criminal brother, came by one day and said, "Where's his junk?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess I should give him junk." A little bit.
He's just got to pee. He's got to pee, right? And he's waiting in line. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna have to get this suit off to pee. It sucks."
Yeah, this is Steve.
Ooh, I wish I had money.
What the? No?
Right? The meteor's hurling at Earth, right? But he's got to pee. So, no, must defend the Earth and not pee my pants.
Breaking news from Ben Punchetti. He says Bitcoin dropped below 10,000.
I know. I wish I had money to put in.
Well, that's the thing, right? If a hero has to save, let's say, a woman or somebody falling off a building or a meteorite coming to the Earth, does he go on himself as he's saving the Earth, or?
Wait, what?
Does a hero, poop on himself, pee on himself when he's trying to save the planet, and when he has the urge at the same time?
No, he probably holds
they're
it like
potty
an
trained.
athlete. Athletes aren't pooping while they're playing football. That I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Though astronauts are pooping while they're driving cross country.
Well, NASCAR drivers, I think they do that. Drive a few hours.
Well, I think most superheroes are potty trained.
Yeah.
Have you seen these NASCAR fans, Critias?
Oh no. I mean, well, yes and no.
Explain a lot. Oh, here's a little known fact. My grandpa was getting with, I don't know what old people do, but he was getting with a NASCAR driver's grandma. down in Florida. Ryan Newman is the guy's name. I don't know his grandma's name, but they were getting busy. Probably getting busy playing bingo, but they were getting busy.
P Money wonders if Canada Day is the cause of Bitcoin going down. It's entirely possible. It is entirely possible. But you know, when Bitcoin's going down, I accept Bitcoin.
Well, I mean, you know, you're going to have
I'm wearing the
volatility. You're going to have volatility in
Yep.
Bitcoin. This year alone, Bitcoin will go under and above 10,000 probably 3 more times.
Yeah, maybe.
Bitcoin.
But the trend line on it is always kind of pushing it back up. Yeah, is always kind of pushing it to over time. Over time, you can kind of look at where those troughs are, and see that over time the average dip is lower than before.
Yeah, higher highs, higher lows.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to crash, baby. I'm
And
gonna
then
get
what?
in there at $34.
What are you gonna do when it crashes?
If it went down to 3,000, I'd probably grab some.
Why?
So when it gets to about 15,000, I can sell it.
So you
Ooh.
think it's gonna get back up to 15,000?
Mike, how many times do I have to explain this to you? It's been to 19,000. So 19,000 right now is the height of Bitcoin. To my knowledge, this is only knowledge I've gathered from you because I don't research this other than conversations with you. But it's been up to 19,000. So if it's a volatile market, then it's going to go up dramatically and it's going to go down dramatically. So if I got in at 3,000, then at about 15,000, I'd hop back out. Then I wait for it to crash again. Then I would rebuy at 3,000, and then I'd hop back in, go to 15,000.
But you're not noticing that there's like Edwin's saying, there's constantly a trend line of higher lows. So it's never going to go back down to...
It will, Mike. I have
It
faith
will
in this
not go
fiat
back down
currency
to
to
3,000.
crash hard.
No. Sorry, dude.
Oh, silver's on the way back up. That's kind of nice.
I'm going to clip that for about 3 years from now, Mike.
3 years from now. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because Mike will never win or lose because he will never sell.
That's winning.
The bottom could
I'm
fall back
collecting
out, and
Bitcoin.
he would say this is opportunity.
That's right.
That's the sign of an addict.
No. It's a sign of somebody who knows what he's talking about.
Not if you never sell, Mike.
Billy the Wombat says, ignore Malin. He's never right.
It's not true.
That's right.
No.
Vilnid says, can we change the name of this show to Bitcoin Tonight already?
I'm kind of busy, but I will.
You're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to bits.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of strange you're not drawing tonight, Mike.
I am.
Oh, secret stuff, huh?
No. I just don't have my camera pointed down. I'm working on Monster Hunt. So here's a little bit more I got done.
Peter Mike says, hey Mike, John, Edwin, Critias, Kyung, and then we'll also say hello to Elliot.
Oh, what up?
Hello.
Aloha.
Aloha.
That's a good piece, Mike. I like it.
That's sharp, brother. What size is that on?
11
Is
by
that-
17. It's 11 by 17.
Billy the Wombat says, I was being sarcastic, Mike. Sell.
No way.
No, I wouldn't sell yet. I wouldn't sell yet because I do believe it can get up to 15 grand, and then I would sell.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm still in the black on every dime I've put in this year. Well, not every dime.
Mike, just this year. Overall, you're in the red. We had this
It doesn't
discussion.
matter. It doesn't
But,
matter. You don't understand that in the entire history of Bitcoin, there's only like 3 weeks where you could have put money in and you'd be in the red.
And I would like to point out that just a month ago, Mike was bragging on the fact that he was highly diversified in his cryptocurrencies, whereas now he has sold almost all his other, or whatever they do, sell, trade, I don't know.
Trade.
He is now 95% invested in Bitcoin.
Actually, I traded some Bitcoin out. Edwin, did you notice that Chainlink is on Coinbase now?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Man, I've been waiting to get on that, but I didn't want to put any more money into Binance. So I transferred $500 worth of Bitcoin into Chainlink today.
Well, what's going to happen is Libra coin, and Libra coin is going to be a stable coin, yeah?
Yeah.
But when Libra coin spools up, it's going to introduce millions and billions of normies to cryptocurrency.
That's right. That is correct.
But probably over time, I would expect the fluctuations on Bitcoin to stabilize. The only thing that's still keeping it in fluctuation, I think, is the shifting quantities of Bitcoin that are available at any given moment. Yeah.
No, I think it's whales.
You think so?
I think it's whales.
Well, with that's
manipulating the
actually
market.
we're actually saying the same thing.
Oh.
Big market movers.
11111 says Libra is a scam.
Libra's a stable coin. Libra's gonna just be like PayPal, except for it's gonna be their own currency.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure, Jan.
Wait, what?
Sure, Jan.
Jan.
You
Like
ever
a-
seen this meme?
What?
Sure, Jan.
I don't get it.
Jan from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marsha's like, sure, Jan.
I get it.
Marsha.
Did Marsha not know what she was talking about too?
I don't know. Nobody watches the Brady Bunch but you, Mike.
Mike, can I answer a Ravage Lone Story crossover story?
Do it.
Quick. All right. So, a couple weeks back, I went to Ben Henderson and I went to Mike Miller and I said, "Hey, can I write a crossover story between your two characters?" And so I am writing Blood in the Jungle, which is a crossover between Ravage and Lone Star. And so the cast of characters are your good old buddy Lone Star, Robert Miller, Brando. It's also going to have two original vampires in there, one hot red-headed evil vampire. So don't be taken in by her beauty. She is in fact evil. And then it's gonna have a brand new unknown soldier who's gonna be born at Pearl Harbor. In that, I'm also gonna get to tell the origin story of Pastor, because Pastor was born in Vietnam. Then I'm gonna have Ben Henderson's characters. I've got Manny and Randy from Ravage. I've got the Amazon ladies, the Protectori from Ravage, and I've got the Lizard folk, the Lazarson. So it's gonna be fun. And I got Mr. Matty Ice drawing it up for me today. He started on the cover today.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
I want to see.
I would like to point out that Edwin's wall is growing a nipple. It's odd.
It's not inverted though.
No.
See, John, the universe balances itself out.
Edwin, please get a pink marker and color that thing pink. or a pleasant shade of brown.
So I'm developing for the Hawaiian unknown soldier. I'm going to give his costume some Hawaiian elements. One of those is a Hawaiian warrior's helmet. That's called a makini. And then giving him a traditional Hawaiian weapon. Well, except maybe made out of special alloy. And that is called a leomano. A leomano, which was originally a war club, which was kind of a flat war club that was studded with shark's teeth, and used that to rip out people's necks back in the day when they used to fight close up.
My kind of
Ah,
people.
the good old days.
The good old days. One of my wife's ancestors got promoted to like a minor chief because he bashed the right dude's head in with a rock at the right time.
Well, mahalo.
Apparently, he was known for that, bashing in heads with rocks. It was one of his skills.
I'm not sure it'd be an actual skill.
Well, you know, if you're the guy who's not particularly good at avoiding being bashed, having your head bashed in by rocks, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. Now, if he was throwing the rocks and hitting you with it from, 50 feet away.
I think that's actually how it went down.
Oh, it was tossing? Stone tosser?
Yeah. Beamed the dude right in the cranium. His brain started leaking out, and he saved the other guy that the one guy was trying to kill. So he got a promotion. Like a battlefield commission, if you will.
Yeah, gangsta.
Yeah.
Jiminy Cricket is saying, close your door, Mike. Close your door. I don't know if one of the chitlins was walking by in a state of undress, but Jiminy Cricket seems to think you need to close your door.
But it's hot in here. Hey, nobody walk by my door naked.
Sounds like a challenge.
The things you only hear on my stream.
Or if you close the door.
Radar Terrarian wants to know if anyone has seen the trailer for Midway.
No.
I think I did. And I think I was disappointed that
Here,
like they don't have good scores. Like there's no good scores anymore. Like just real epic sounding, emotional. Like what are those monks that do all their chanting?
Oh.
Gregorian monks or whatever they are?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or some good Basil, the dude that did Conan, Basil, I don't know, not gonna work here anymore, that guy. Yeah.
So do we have any movies to actually look forward to this year, aside from the Star Wars sequel?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. I think we're pretty much tapped out. The Avengers movies are done. The Godzilla movie came and went. Yeah, that's it. Till December, and everyone gets one final disappointment on Star Wars.
John Wick is coming out.
Mike Miller, is the blue in the trees just from where you printed it in blue?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It actually looks cool like that.
Well, they're gonna be black.
Oh snap!
Can you find a way to make them blue? They look cool like that, dude. Like there's something striking about that.
Well, they're gonna be black because it's nighttime.
Yeah, the colorist can do a color hold on it and turn them back to blue.
Yeah.
But
or working at least the haze for distance.
Yeah.
You see what I'm looking at, though. I mean, that is actually kind of striking.
Mm-hmm.
Never criticize a work in the middle.
I know, but the audience will tell you.
Just render in a lot of fog on the bottom, so your little cross hatching stuff. Oh yeah.
So, what kind of tangent does an inverted nipple form? Is it a different class of tangents, or? I'm looking at the pine trees now to see if there's a tangent that we can call out. That's Malin's superpower, though. But man, that is a good-looking piece, brother.
Yeah, I don't know if Mike's getting better or just getting lucky with tangents lately.
Oh,
there you go. There's a little black hole. That's what that nipple is. A little black hole.
That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting, Malin. What makes you think of things like that?
don't know. Drugs.
It's all that black tar heroin he was smoking as a 12-year-old.
Oh yeah, I was a little nervous too because I was like, man, I hope I don't have any weed in my car. Like, here's the thing, it's legal here. Like I could actually have it, but here I am driving on a expired license, and like that would have been probably not good for me walking out of there, you know?
And just one more thing.
Yeah, there would have been no sympathy for me.
Yeah, clearly this guy had no sympathy at all anyways.
Barely. He got me out of a fix-it ticket.
Are you walking around looking like a hippie or something, or?
No, I had a baseball cap on though. Yeah. Oh, and I got a beard like a man. So yeah, look, I look like I'm up to no good. The one time in my life, you know, I looked like I was that cops actually pulled guns on me and my friends. You know, we definitely fit the profile. We were driving around, all had baseball caps on. We were all, I don't know, 19-ish. And my buddy had a big, giant hoopty. It was like a gold or bronze Catalina. It's like a boat of a car. You guys never seen a Catalina?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Okay, 'cause I don't know cars, but I know that was
Just tell the
called
story, Malin.
Yeah.
Huh?
Just tell the story.
The
Oh,
Catalina is long.
No,
Waiting
no,
for
that
a
story
reaction
was
on
actually
Catalina.
so okay, here's the time I got off of a big drug bust. You want to hear this one?
Hmm.
Wait,
I
you
might
got
have
a
told
drug
this
bust?
before.
What?
Are we gonna hear the
Look.
FBI bring it to your door, John?
Look, man, I've never been big on buying weed in my life. Just, you know, I if my friends have it, they usually want to smoke it with me, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, you're the mooch.
No, not at all, not at all. I'll throw money on it. It's just not something I'm all. Look, I don't drink either. You know, it's just not really what I do. So, I'm the cool friend. So, yeah. So, all right. So, but here we go. Me and my buddy, we got paid, and just out of the blue, we're like, we're both gonna buy a bunch of weed, and we did. And they were like 2 big burritos, and basically. Long story short was we were driving home, got pulled over. Oh, by the way, I was already high as a kite, which is completely out of character for me because I don't like to drink, drive, anything like that. But I was high as a kite, and we had gone to McDonald's, and I had what is it, like the big gulp or whatever? I don't know, the big super pop, and but I had drank it all. And when we got pulled over, I was going to eat my big burrito size bag of weed. I can see that's just it. I can't even tell you how much a burrito size is. I don't know if it's like a fifth or an ounce or.
Is this a Taco Bell burrito or like a real Mexican restaurant burrito?
No, like
He's talking about a measurement of marijuana.
yeah,
No, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. What size of?
probably like those frozen burritos you get. They're not too
Whoa.
big, but they're still good size. You know,
Okay,
like a
so-
grip. Yeah, it's a grip. And anyway, so we got pulled over. We got, you know, busted. Oh, the cop came in. Oh, we put I put my weed, like, again, I mean, dude, this is like my lot in life. Again, I think I'm so smart. And I put the weed under my seat, or I thought I did. And the cop shining his flashlight in there. And, you know, like, hey, you guys got anything in here? Blah, blah, blah. And like, no. And dude, my face was probably blown out. Like my eyes like sink into my face. It's the worst. And it looks like I got black eyes. So that's when I'm really, really out there. And I saw when you know, he wanted, you know, the registration, whatever. When I leaned over to get to the glove compartment, I saw that his flashlight was on the floorboard, and right there, right between my feet, was the bag. And I was like, son of a bitch, he's looking right at it. And you know, I finished the motion, I gave him the registration, and I think he went back. And yeah, because I told my buddy, I said, dude, he saw it. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, man. And I was gonna eat the bag, but my big gulp was gone. And the guy came back, the cop came back, pulled me out, told me to grab the bag, so I did. I had to sit in the back of the car. Then he wanted to find out who my dealer was. Where'd you get this from? And I wasn't going to rat out my friend because my friend got it for us. And but there was this douchebag, and I'm like, oh yeah, this guy did it. And, yeah. And but I gave a name, but it was like a code name, like, oh yeah, it was like Big Bear, man. Big Bear gave it to me. And so the cop had me dump the weed out the window, and he's like, send your friend back here. And I'm like, sweet. Now again, I'm way blown out. And I told my buddy, I'm like, hey man, just go back there, tell the guy everything, he's being cool, blah blah blah. And he went back there with his weed, and the same thing happened. But while I was sitting in there, I was like very comfortable. I'm like, sweet man, we're totally getting out of this, because all my buddy has to do is go in there and tell the truth, and we're gonna be home free. And then it clicked to me. I'm like, there is no way he's gonna know to say Big Bear. It's not gonna happen. How are you gonna pull Big Bear out? We're going to jail. And so my buddy was back there, and he told me that the cop had him dump out his bag out the window, same spot where mine went. We did go back to that place later to try to find it, and it was gone. We think the cop took it. But anyways, the cop asked my buddy, he said, so where'd you guys get this from? And my buddy hesitated because he didn't know if I had ratted out our true blue and dear good natured friend, or just pull the name out of my butt. So he just hesitated, and he said what happened was the cop got a radio call, like he had to say something on the radio, and then as soon as he got off the radio call, he said, so who's Big Bear? And my buddy just doubled down. He's like, oh, it's this guy, and our descriptions of like vehicle, whatever, and his type, because it was a real guy. It matched, and he ended up letting the guy go. But yeah, I mean, it was just like, or my buddy go. But yeah, if he wouldn't have had that one little radio call, we could have went to jail for like a lot of weed. And yeah, so just by the grace of a radio call that I managed to get out of that. So anyways, in that instance, we were actually in a truck. Oh, we look like punks, baseball caps and up to no good. And we were. So anyways, I don't know how much time went by, but now my buddy has the Catalina, and a cop comes behind us. There's 3 of us in the car. We all got baseball caps on, whatever. 3 of us in the car, middle of the night, and I think it was either 2 or 3 cop cars. It might have been 2. And I remember clearly telling my buddy, I'm like, hey man, pull in the gas station, but be sure you turn your blinker on, because cops are behind us. So we pull in there with the blinker on, then we get lit up, and guns are out. They tell us to put our hands like up on the roof of the car, from the inside, so you're touching the ceiling, and they pull us out of there. They throw my stuff into, like, there was one little patch of snow on, like, it was either the trunk or the roof of the car. They threw my cigarette lighter in there. I was like, you dirty rats. But anyways, one of the cops was the guy who got us, and he said to my friend, he's like, do you know why we were pulling you over? And he's like, because of that weed. And yeah, he's like, the cop's like, oh no, you didn't use your blinker. Like, dude, get real. But we didn't have anything. So, but if we would have had anything, it would have been our butts right then and there.
So did Big Bear ever come to settle up with you?
No. So it was a code name anyways. They never got a real name out of us. So
and Big Bear was the officer that gave the ticket to John Tate. And now you know the rest.
No. Definitely not the same guy. But yeah, man, I was just like, cops. And then today it came all back. Now I'm probably 15% anti-cop today. I was 10 earlier, but I'm moving up to 15. That story fired me back up. But look, I was in the wrong. I was in the wrong every time. So today I was in the wrong again. I'm almost as bad as Elliot.
Could never be as bad as me.
Yeah. Well, wait, no. Maybe my actual stealing of, the wetsuit would have topped any crime Elliot did. Maybe.
Mike, the audience is asking you what you're inking with.
Guys, I'm telling criminal stories here, and you want to know what pen might have?
I'm inking with a Japanese quill. And India ink of I think it's mostly Dr. P.H. Martin's. And then
Malin could probably make a bong out of it.
No, I'm not the MacGyver guy. I'm telling you, I'm a very simple man. I'm just living my life. I can make some burgers and hot dogs, but yeah, I'm not like the MacGyver smoker. I have been able to use the tinfoil from like a cigarette pack though and make like a little hitter, but that's about it.
Oh, Big Bear. Oh yeah, Comics Legend says Big Bear was Cecil. That would make sense. That would make sense. That really looks good, Miller.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should go pro.
Monster Hunt, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't gotten it already, it's at LoneStarComic.com.
It is just a memorable image.
How great is that character? Oh, Mikey, I'm pretty sure he has stitches on his arms, Mike.
Does have stitches on his arms.
Oh, time to redraw, Mike. Time to redraw.
Like staple stitches, Mike.
He does have staple stitches on his arm.
Let me see. Oh, does he? Okay.
No, Mike, you gotta redraw it.
Let's see if I can up the definition on this video.
My OG gangster stories would put me in jail. I'm not sure the statute of limitations is done yet.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't want to tell mine.
Well, gentlemen, it was very nice to share some of this evening with you. I have got to get ready for bed though. But yeah, wow, that looks so good. Absolutely. Did you put the link to Monster Hunt in the? You did. Yeah, you got Lone Star Comic there. Yeah. If you haven't got that yet, definitely go check out Monster Hunt because wow, this thing is. I've read the script, but this is just looking absolutely great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is page 2. Haven't done page 1 yet because I just
since we got you gentlemen here though, real quick, do we want to do a patriotic drawn and quartered?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, is it on the 4th?
I will draw a picture of myself in my uniform.
No, it's July 3rd, but
okay. Oh, what should we do?
Some skeletons riding some motor rounds or something.
Yeah, think of a patriotic drawn and quartered. I'm sure the audience will help you with plenty of good ideas.
Yeah. Did we already do Captain America?
Yeah, it was like week 2 or something. Week 1?
Oh yeah, no, week 1. Yeah, that's what Gary went on.
You need to draw like some type of soldier doing something or a certain pose. Or heroes with patriotic uniforms.
I don't know. You always have really bad ideas, Critius.
Okay, at least it's an idea, Mike.
All right. Good night, gentlemen.
All right.
Hello, Edwin.
Yeah, Edwin.
Yeah, what's that? What's the better way of saying that, Mike? What's that saying? There's no bad ideas, just
really bad ideas.
No. Someone help me out. Someone help me out with that saying. No bad ideas, just. It's like corporate.
Bad. What?
It's like corporate speak. No bad ideas.
No such thing as a bad idea. No.
But
Jimmy Cricket says, draw World War II superheroes.
World War II superheroes.
The Invaders. Nobody don't want that.
I know. We could do like recreations of like super racist, like Slap-a-Jap and all those anti-German things and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Rocketeer.
That'd be fun. Rocketeer would be cool. I'm gonna see if anyone in chat is helping me out here. No, they are not. They could care less about this saying.
Nick Fury and Dum Dum Dugan. G.I. Joe.
Maybe it's no dumb ideas. There's no dumb ideas, just dumb people. That's not very positive.
I don't think that's right.
I'm looking, so you guys need to.
Red Skull.
Oh, here we go. There's no such thing as stupid ideas, just stupid people. Yeah, that's not positive at all. Here I am trying to be the great motivator.
I know. Shoot me down.
Yeah.
Ooh, Popeye. There you go.
Ooh, hold on. Victor the Ripper has an interesting story. He says, I was smoking outside my apartment one night. I saw a 6'7", 100-pound girl with a big nose and little ponytail bouncing around. Her husband, what does 6'7", 100 pounds look like?
A skeleton.
Her husband, a 5'5", 300-pound off-duty cop, cuffed and beat me looking at her. Don't look at her, Victor the Ripper, right? Anyone got advice for Victor? Victor, how tall are you and what's your weight? And why did you let this off-duty cop beat you?
How did you know her exact height?
I would have called for the sergeant, for the supervisor, and then make a police report with him. Then get the report in the morning and take it to the lawyer. Or you could just take it for what it is and just walk away. I got beat by a cop, and I got hit by a cop car.
I think no one nowhere is the closest to it. He says there's no such thing as the dumb question. That's
what I said.
Yeah. No one listens to you, Mike. The colors made Elliot's character go from looking bad A to gay.
You made me spit all over my drawing.
Well, I don't think it's the colors. I think it's the pose. It's a little bit Wonder Woman-y. He's doing a tippy toe.
Mm-hmm.
There are no
Like a
stupid
ballet.
questions, only stupid answers, is the saying. Kentron Yad?
No stupid questions, just stupid answers. Yeah, it still sounds kind of brutal.
How about this one? Hey, Mike, how about Miss America?
Miss America?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
I'm looking up right now. Madeline
for Drawn and
Joyce.
Quartered.
No, I'm saying who is Miss America?
Was created by Otto Binder and Al Gabriel and first appeared in Marvel Mystery Comics issue 49, 1943.
I don't know. I don't know what she looks like, so.
Yeah, I'm putting up a picture right now.
Let's do something that the artists can sell on Friday.
I think you can sell, Mike. I mean, you guys are talented. I mean, there's no challenge for you guys. Come on, Mike. You guys got the skills. I'm looking it up right now. A second.
We also have the bills.
If you want something that's gonna sell, I'll give you the topic. Tank heist.
That is not patriotic.
You put an American flag on that tank, that's patriotic.
All right, here she is. This is her design from, I guess, 1940, whatever.
Hold on, Curtis. I want to see this.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, you have to share it.
It's been a
you
while.
have
I
to share it.
haven't
You have
done
to
this.
share it,
I'm trying to
Curtis.
figure out how to do this.
3 little dots up in the corner for Mike's Hangout.
All right.
Click on that and screen share.
Here we go.
Mike, Elliot, don't let these guys fool you about the colors on the costume. The costume colors were fine.
I think it's the high cut of the waistline, like that. The way that that waistline is accentuated by the
Cleavage?
you know what I mean, the contours of it.
Might be the cleavage.
No, I think it's the pose. I think that looks kind of cool. That it's different, at least, almost Kirby-esque. You need a circle up there somewhere, probably at the peak of that high waistline. Then it's totally Kirby.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah,
It looks good.
yeah, but don't give up on that color, man.
I'm just trying different things out.
That's the problem with you guys. You're all too experimental. Just figure out what works and stick with that for 20 years.
That's what I'm doing. I'm figuring out what works.
Elliot does like 1,000 drawings, different drawings of the same person. I haven't quite settled on it yet.
I usually do like 1 or 2 designs.
It's like, Elliot, you just designed like 6 different characters there. And it's only one guy.
Mm.
Elliot is once again. Never mind.
Elliot's over married to his ideas. Is that right? Yeah, over married. You want to love every character the most. Meanwhile, you're in your quest for perfection. You were throwing out 5 other cool designs.
So what do you think? You guys can't be designer? I mean, you guys don't got the talent. I understand.
Oh, Lady Liberty. Oh, Miss America.
I'm impressed. What's up with the hairpiece?
That's from 1940 something. I don't know. I guess that's the way they designed her.
What does that do? Protect from perfectly thrown softball?
What if we just do our own interpretation of a Star Spangled femme fatale?
Ooh, American Chavez. Right
Do our
there.
own version of Lady Liberty. What would Lady Liberty look like if we could redesign her?
Grid, click on that girl right below.
It's right here.
Yeah.
That's not bad, Elliot.
What?
Boom.
That's not a bad idea. Hey.
Wait, what was Elliot's idea? I completely ignored him.
I know. I'm very used to that.
What was it, Elliot?
I lost it.
What was it, Mike? You were inspired by it.
I'm sorry, what?
See, look, you guys are full of crap.
Everybody's lost.
I was
I'm
talking to
not
myself.
lost. Right here. This is our topic. Female
He
Captain
said,
America.
just draw your own version of Lady Liberty.
Yeah, make an American patriotic woman.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's
Like
gonna
young-
look a lot like this.
Like Young Glory looks good. The one Elliot did for me. Oh, attractive.
Yeah, that's just if you guys don't want money. Tank Ice would do it.
Patriotic American woman. American woman.
Yeah, let me show you the one
Ooh,
Elliot
we'll
did
just
for
call
me.
it American woman.
Bye, bye, Miss America. Bye. Draw Miss America.
What's the most commercial thing that we could draw that we have not drawn? And people would just go gaga over.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. That's it.
No one cares about Lady Gaga here.
You brought it up.
Oh yeah. What about a video game? Mortal V says, "Too bad you boomers don't play games. Otherwise, Tina Armstrong in an American bikini would be hot." What's an American bikini? Is that a movie? No, it's a video game, right?
Tina Armstrong's from Dead or Alive. It's a fighting game.
Oh, isn't that a volleyball thing?
Yeah, there was. Oh,
well.
wow. Malin knows about the Extreme Beach volleyball games.
Yeah, there we go. Let's
That's
do that,
That's trash.
right? Design your own volleyball player for Dead or Alive.
Bounce not included.
It'll be included on mine.
John's gonna do the animated GIF version.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some Masamune Shiro level stuff here, buddy. You're gonna think everything's moving. Daniel C wants to know if we did Superman.
No, I don't think you guys have.
No, we
No.
haven't, have we?
He's
Nope.
he's patriotic. Truth, justice, American way.
Oh, no, wait.
Used
The
to
Fire
be.
Dragon brings up a good point. Superman's an illegal alien.
No, he's not. When he crash landed, I don't think the immigration laws were the same in the 30s.
40.
When was he created? Was he in the 40s?
44?
Were immigration laws the same then, or were people just everyone?
No, they weren't because there was no welfare state, right? So there was immigration was a lot easier.
I think they were required to register if they were gonna be in America, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What was it called? 'Cause I have a story I'm doing, and I had to do a research on that.
Victor the Ripper says, you idiars, I think he's trying to say idiots, need to draw whatever is trending now. For example, a popular YouTuber like Sniper Wolf, games like Cyberpunk, Keanu Reeves character. That was like a complete different language to me. But I know where he's coming from. Remember Boyette?
Oh, yeah.
Right? That was a popular thing for a minute. We need to find the next Boyette. Oh, so we need to take a male character or a monster character from a major franchise video game, turn it into a smoking hot female. Kyung, go.
Oh,
Who's it gonna be?
The Crown. They did that with the Crown.
What's the Crown?
The whole Boyette thing, what came about because of the Peach Crown. Basically, you'd slap that crown on anybody, they turn into a princess.
Oh, okay. So we need to put this crown. Is that crown specific to that game or something?
Yeah, it was that one Mario game that came out recently. Well, not recently, but.
All right, in 1940 was the Smith Act. It says federal law passed in 1940 that made it a criminal offense to advocate the violent overthrow of the government or to organize or be a member of any group of society devoted to such advocacy. You had to register when you came here illegally.
In 1940?
Yeah.
So Superman #1 came out when?
39.
Oh, made the cut.
Yeah, he made the cut. That's right.
All right.
Glad we finally solved that long-running debate. So actually, yeah, if Superman #1 came out in 39, and if Superman is a 30-year-old superhero at the time, because approximately he's like in his mid-30s, I think, right? 35-ish?
Right. Probably 33.
Yeah, so he's probably actually an immigrant from 1899-ish.
Yep, totally different set of laws.
I was wrong. Came out 38. Batman.
So, yeah, 1898-ish. Yeah, isn't that weird? He's like in the fort, at least in the movie, he's in the Fortress of Solitude for how long? Like 6 or 8 years? By the time you return,
he's like 18 when he leaves, right?
Oh yeah. Let me ask Google. How long was Clark in solitude? Can Google figure it out from there?
Searching Mark in solitude.
10 years. 12 years according to Wikipedia.
Nah, never trust Wikipedia.
Yeah, I'm gonna click on the thing. Let's see.
Yeah, Wikipedia is not a trustworthy source.
Well, actually, I thought they actually said it in there. Doesn't Marlon Brando actually say it? By the time you return, so many of your years have passed.
No, that's in the beginning when he's in, isn't it?
No, this is when he's training. He's getting educated and then boom, he pops out and he's Superman. That's why he looks completely different, and it's not, that odd.
Yeah.
I guess I can look up the clip. Let's see. Brando, Fortress of Solitude.
You alright, Elliot? You seem tired.
Whoa, don't ever say that.
You alright, Elliot? You seem tired. Elliot's gone.
By the time you return, 12 of your years would have passed. So he's about 30.
There you go. And there it is. Problem solved.
I'm gonna head out. See you guys later.
Oh.
Alright, Crid.
Antonio?
I do
Where are you
believe
Yeah,
headed?
good.
All right, time to talk about Antonio. Wow, they're so clear about that answer. Why was it so hard to find on Google? Well, he flat out says it. By the time he returned, 12 years would have passed. He got paid a lot of money to show up for like one day on the set.
Well, he is Marlon Brando.
Yeah, let me look this up. How
Did
much
Marlon Brando get paid for Superman?
Brando paid Superman?
All right, I got a boogie too. Talk to you guys later.
Elliot.
Here, Elliot.
All right, brother.
Take care, Elliot.
All right, now we can talk about Elliot. Okay, here we go. Marlon Brando, Jor-El, record-breaking salary plus, I don't know, something nude. Okay, let's just see. Long before Russell Crowe made his first film, Marlon Brando pocketed a reported $3.7 million for 2 weeks. Oh, 2 weeks of work. Richard Donner's '78 film. Okay. If Crowe were to be paid in 2011 dollars, what Brando earned up front back in '78, that would translate to roughly $12.8 million. Imagine getting paid $12 million for 2 weeks worth of work.
I'll do it.
I'd have to think about it.
Depends on the job.
Yeah. Yeah, like what do you want me to do exactly? Stand here in a robe and then just
You wanna hear me
talk?
scream?
Like I got dreams too, man.
I do. Watch, ready?
No.
Someone whispering in your ear, Mike.
Yeah, Elijah wants to play a audio of Micah screaming for some reason.
Oh.
Wait.
People are gonna love that.
Why?
I didn't work this time.
Elliot, think of Yuli, think of something more commercial.
More commercial? Does that have to be patriotic?
Well,
Yeah, patriotic and commercial, Elijah. Not someone screaming in the audience's ear.
Chuck Norris.
Oh, that's pretty patriotic. I keep thinking Carl's Jr. commercials.
What?
I don't know why. Because, it's funny how there are some Japanese artists that I follow, and like they draw what they consider a generic American girl. You got her in a Stars and Stripes bikini with holding a hamburger, waving a little American flag.
That's America right there. You just described it.
Ben Punchetti says now it's Malin after midnight. That's what people want the new.
Oh, it is after midnight.
Called.
Is it after midnight your time, John?
Oh yeah, it's 3 a.m. That's midnight your time, Mike. Oh, that's what Ben Pinchetti's saying. He's saying it's time. He's celebrating because he thinks I'm gonna fire up a stream for Malin after midnight.
Oh, do you do such a show?
Thinking about it. It's a good title. Nick W says you guys are missing that AOC eBay bling.
There's AOC
Is
bling on eBay.
He's selling something on eBay.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really missing it.
Mike's throwing a lot of ink down on that.
I am? What?
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, what do those fingernails look like?
Long and craggy.
Oh, okay. Not finely manicured.
No.
Okay.
Didn't go with the finely manicured corpse fingernails, no.
Yeah, now I got to check to see if I gave him finely manicured nails at any point. It's possible. Oh no, he's they're long and nasty. Okay. Good.
Good. Excellent. John, you working on your frogs?
No, Mike. I said I'm depressed. I'm
Oh,
taking
yeah,
my
that's
night, taking my night off. Tomorrow I start anew.
All right.
I'm going to finish these frog drawings up. I'm going to get these markers on them, and try to have them finished here by Friday would be nice.
Which
Then
markers did you go with?
What's that?
Which markers did you go with?
They're so generic. They're just called alcohol markers, and they were like a 20-something pack. So, and it was like $30 for them. I saw like 3 different shades of green and like, a yellow and orange, all, like the eye colors for Cyberfrog. I'm like, oh, these should do it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Mike said I should do a review, but I have no benchmark. I like the way these grab the ink and smear all around.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a first-timer review is probably not a bad thing.
Victor Ripper says, John, if you know the box office artist has 1 million subs on YouTube, was with him when he had 7,000 3 years ago. He did it by drawing whatever was popular at the time. Well, he also had, I don't know what he was doing 7 years ago, but he has really well-produced edited videos. So he's also fun to listen to. Him. He's always very excited.
Who's that?
I don't know his name. He goes by box office artist.
Box office artist.
Mm-hmm. It's on YouTube. You probably know who he is, Mike. He's got. I mean, he's a. I'm pretty sure he's a somewhat known guy. But look, if he's not McFarlane, Liefeld, or Jim Lee, I don't know. Box office artist. I'll look it up because Mike won't. He's drawing. James Reyes, Raiz.
Huh.
I think he's done on the work. I don't know if it's Boom or Oni. I think that's where he's done his primary stuff. Now he's probably done a lot more cover stuff. He should be doing a heck of a lot of work. If he's not getting offered it, I don't know why, because he does have like 1 million subs.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because he's got like 1 million subs and probably makes a hell of a lot of money on YouTube, so doesn't need to get work anywhere.
Mm-hmm. I think he's still doing covers here and there. But I don't know, because you really have to promote. Like we really promote our books. And if all you're doing is, just kind of dropping out that you did a cover, hey guys, by the way, I got this cover coming out, I'm not sure how much movement that's really going to get. But if he really promoted every project he did on, it'd probably be number 1. Like, guys, here's my upcoming series for Marvel Comics. It's coming out in 4 months. Go order this bad boy now. It's going to be hot fire. Nick W says the yanked Wonder Woman AOC cover sells for big money. I guess that's maybe what they're talking about.
Yeah, they pulled those off the shelves.
That's so funny.
Veal Ned says, what about Silvestri, Malin? Yeah, no, Silvestri's I don't know, man. He's like the GOAT. But and that's something interesting about comics art too. Look, there's a lot of people that are technically, they're, just really fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's something in the art, something in the attitude. That's why Todd is my number 1, and Rob and Jim are my tied for 2.
Because you're an image baby. Because you're an image baby.
That's right. Well, I was into them before Image, but yeah. You just you get attracted to certain styles. Mm-hmm. Fire Dragon says bouncing pink-haired girl is oddly hypnotic.
Oh, what?
It is.
You want gifts, you say?
Oh no.
Yeah. I'll find one. I'll find a gift. Don't worry, Mike. Let me find this twerk.
Limit one per person.
Limit one per
Kyung's cornered the market on him.
Hmm.
Victor the Ripper is continuing. He says, I really am not sure how he got them subs. Wait, what? What are you doing? Misleading us? He says, I remember him spending years doing Sistine Chapel type drawings for nothing and never growing. Oh, maybe growing his channel? No, I mean, you're probably right. He probably, if there's something hot out at the moment, you draw that. You know? Captain Marvel's coming out, you draw that.
Yep. You chase the hotness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you brought back the Hoff.
What?
And that creepy dude. I'm going to have to find the context. What is that from? That's got to be from some, like, skit TV or... Oh, maybe like SNL?
Oh, maybe.
All right. I'm going to use the power of Google.
The power
Castle.
of Google compels you.
Hoff riding horse image. Probably not good to pull up an image search on that, huh?
Probably not.
Okay. Let's see. I found the GIF. Clouds for air. Let's see. View page. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, Clouds for Air New Zealand video. Oh my god, that's got to be great.
The airline.
The internet's fascination with David Hasselhoff continues this week with this odd ad for Air New Zealand that features the Hoff doing just what the title of this story says. The premise is that the inseparable sheep twins, as they're known, are enjoying the airline's sky couch when one asks the other what he dreams about. Cut to the Hoff bucking a toy Bronco in the clouds. The two ads below feature the continuing adventures of the sheep twins, including an encounter with Playboy's Carissa and Christina Shannon and some ill reactions. Apparently, sheep twins is some kind of New Zealand celebrity thing. The inseparable sheep twins. All right, I'm going to type that and do a Google search. It's got to be nothing but positive stuff.
Well, right down the rabbit hole we go.
Inseparable sheep twins. That's the weirdest thing I ever typed.
Yeah, I meant there's more depth to this than I originally thought.
Yeah.
Okay. This has got. I'm all right. This is gold. So it looks like there's videos with these guys, so people are probably gonna have to check that out. But I'm gonna share this because it looks like it pretty much explains this type of advertisement. It's weird. All right, boom. Share screen. Application window. These guys. Share.
What?
All right. There you go. Apparently, this is the inseparable sheep twins. I'm guessing in the video at one point they're looking over at these chicks, and these chicks are happy looking back at the sheep twins. So we're gonna have to find the Hoff video. Well, we won't do it online right now, but in our own times, we will have to find the Hoff video and watch it.
Your homework for the night.
There you go. Perfect. All right. I'm done sharing that degeneracy. So that was weird.
Please.
How would you feel if that was like how people saw your country, New Zealand? Because you don't have much representation going out into the broader world other than being the main location for Lord of the Rings.
They got the Hoff, I suppose.
Yeah. So that video is probably really good for bringing Germans into New Zealand. For those that don't know, David Hasselhoff is a literal rock star in Germany. They love him. I don't know what's wrong with him. What is this? Riding horse stream now, Mike? I mean, we all prefer the Jennifer Connelly.
She's back.
Mm-hmm.
She never left.
Now, Mike, he is in the buff here, so you're going to have to use calculated shading to...
I know. This is all going to be black.
Yeah, hide his junk. And he's well equipped, as you guys will see in the splash that is in Graveyard Shift Volume 1.
Oh, bro.
There is indication of his junk.
You gave him bat junk?
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's no who's the guy. What's his name? John Hughes? No, that's the director. Who's the guy? John Holmes.
Howard Hughes?
Holmes? Is that right? John Holmes? Yeah. But thankfully he still has that. The explosion did not remove him of everything. Just his humanity, not his manhood.
Hmm.
Do this man justice, Mike. It's all he's got.
I'm not going to draw his justice.
You just need to show a little indication.
I'm not showing any indication.
Like,
And a lot of anti-bulge in this thing.
Yeah.
Elliot, now Mike.
Yeah.
This man is naked.
Et tu, Brute? That's you too, Brutus. When
Yeah, I know.
Caesar was stabbed.
Yeah.
by his friend.
I actually used that earlier on Edwin. But you're right. No one listens to me.
Hmm. Oh, today?
Yeah. On this
when I was I
stream.
here? Was I here, Mike?
I'm sure you were here. Because it was some sort of degeneracy.
Oh, okay.
Edwin gives in to the degeneracy.
Fire Dragon says, throw caution in the wind, Mike, and make it an R-rated pick.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you don't have to do too much to make it R.
Get right on that.
It's not. We're not saying go full Batwing here or anything. Just not such a perfect mangina.
Oddly enough, I was gonna actually spot all these blacks, but
Yeah, do that.
I mean,
You'll
I'm gonna do it in this area here, but I meant I was gonna do all this spot blacks, but.
Mike, what's your what are your views when you're cross hatching?
What?
Avoiding like 90-degree or like where it's like tic-tac-toe.
Oh, yeah. I generally don't do that. Might slip in occasionally, but.
Yeah, a little bit of a, I don't know, 45, 30-degree angle.
Bit of an angle.
Do you I guess it doesn't matter really. Do you ever try to do thinner lines on top of thicker lines? So if you went, say you're going north and south, those are thicker lines, and then when you do your 30-degree angle, do you ever change that line width, or you keep it the same, or just what are you thinking?
No, don't really think that far into it.
Yeah. It's really just important that it's a good representation of gray in the end.
Yeah.
That you're getting the right value going on.
Well, and your lines, your hatching is supposed to give shape to what you're actually inking, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to
Talking
flatten out.
contours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to flatten out the image with your cross hatching.
Right. Yeah, and I try not to like say, if I'm trying to think how I could explain this carefully for people visually. Like say there's a box and or you're filling in an area about the size of the box. I don't cross hatch like some lines, like the north and south lines will be shorter, and then the 30-degree ones, they'll be a little bit more longer, more random. But they won't be in the same. They won't just take up the same spot or same space as the north and south lines. So it doesn't look like a fence, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So just trying to build those grays and them blacks up.
Yep.
But I know people ask like Weldon what he's doing in there. I think you're doing kind of the same thing, just a bazillion lines, right?
Yeah, and I try not to do the same angle, right? It is called cross-hatching, so
Yep.
try to keep my angles differentiating.
Yeah. So you do one series of lines that are essentially the contour lines, and those are probably the longer, more dominant lines. And then as you're working into the shadow area, those would ideally probably be kind of your 30-degree lines or whatnot. I mean, obviously it's not 100% true, but if you were to try to say, here's a guide.
Yeah, if I was trying to explain it,
Yeah.
something like that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll do a draw stream. I'll try to explain it to people. I know a lot of people want crosshatch material. Mortal V says, there's a box, ... filled in with something that starts with the letter D, like that song, more longer, more random, hyphen John Malin. Then says, man drawing degenerate since his youth. It's not true.
What?
Yeah. Oh, here's another drawing with John tip. Even though it's fun and you can trigger people, boobs are not circles. Mortal V says, if John starts talking about how he does veins, pukes.
Pukes?
I do veins like coils. It's a little bit. What's the guy? Lionel U? Lionel U? Lionel U. Lionel?
Lineal.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I take inspiration from. I don't know if he still does it like that. I haven't seen his work in a long time, but like I think he was doing like New Avengers. Oh, you know that Hulk Wolverine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like I saw that, I was like, ooh, this is really groovy. But the idea of, you know, your veins being, you know, almost like if you were drawing a coil, but it's only half. The coil is split in half, and then you put a little white line over the dead center top or high point of that coil, and then it looks cool. There's veins, so go puke, Mortal V. Mm-hmm. Yeah, spider web them out a little bit. Try to give a little bit of flow to them. Make them look interesting.
I just do mine all organic like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Looks like Mike does a little bit more of the tree root.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks good. Like that, where it's wrapping from the pec into the bicep. Like, yeah, that's what I like to do too. I think it's still a little bit Lionel U, whatever. Lineal. What is it? Say it.
Lineal.
Lineal. Sounds like a woman's name.
Okay.
Yeah. What? So is Malin. Malin Ackerman. It's a woman's name. I'm over it. I'm not losing sleep about it.
Oh boy.
Pablo Romero Art says Kyung has a hentai gif.
I do?
Is it hentai? That's not hentai, is it?
It's not hentai, but I'm sure hentai of it exists.
Does Ninja Scroll count as hentai? No. There's
not
no
really.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Good. I feel pure. Trying to think if anything I've seen that might count as like a hentai or something. No. I'm a bit of the classics guys, like, Akira, Well, Death Note now. Wow, I feel old. Death Note's a classic.
I saw Akira in the theaters.
Ooh, showing your age, Mike. Showing your age.
I still have the T-shirt.
Yeah, see that's a good movie though. Like they should like have that playing regularly in movie theaters. Is that just too difficult with like keeping that film on hand?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because those movies are big reels of film.
Yeah.
Because I would just think that if I owned a movie theater, I would just be playing like, I'd have almost like show times all day long for different cartoons or entertainment from my youth. That'd be cool. Like you can walk in anytime, you can pay a ticket, and you can just sit down and watch a random movie from the 80s or 90s. Might be Akira. It might be Jennifer Connelly on a horse. Yeah. It's a surprise every day. I bet people would go for that for a little while until it kind of wore off.
That's how you build a business.
Well, then you have to come up with something cooler. Like hula girls for halftime. Or intermission. Intermission, yeah. You have cool intermissions, man. Bring in like a local... No, local bands suck. Ugh, so... They're the worst. Yeah, you could have a little intermission. Someone hops up on a stage, does a little... Look how long I can do this hula hoop. Boom, done. Kane comes out, grabs them. Next movie.
I like the Kane part.
Yeah. Or what is it? Sandman? Was that Sandman from? What is that? What is that? The comedy where he comes out with the broom, starts sweeping people off stage. Is that improv? That's not improv. What is that? Nobody knows. Am I the only one down with black culture? What's going on?
Sandman.
Man, talent. I think it's like a stand-up thing. No, I'm getting Neil Gaiman garbage. Get out of here. Sandman. Sweeps.
Oh, I still haven't finished watching Good Omens.
Oh, Apollo. Okay, sweeping up Apollo. Get booed on Apollo live. Richard Pryor's son booed off stage at the Apollo. Sandman Sims, the celebrated tap dancer and Apollo Theater legend, died on May 20th in the Bronx. He was 86.
This May 20th?
I'm gonna click the article. Hopefully it doesn't bring me down a degenerate cesspool of rap. Yeah. Oh no. This is from May 2003.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But it feels new because we just found out.
That's true.
Yeah, he was the one that whenever people would do a bad act, he'd come out. I thought he came out in like a clown costume, and he'd have like a straw broom, and he'd just start sweeping people off stage. Good days. Peter Mike wants to know, John, have you watched Black Dynamite, the TV series? If it's got that Michael J. White guy, probably not. I don't like that guy. I mean, he's cool-ish. I like that he can fight, but his acting is just really flat. I didn't like him in Spawn either. Is he a close personal friend of yours, Mike? You know this guy, I think.
Who?
Michael J. White?
No,
J. White?
I don't know him.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, he's the guy that was, I think his name was Gamble in Dark Knight, or whatever, with Heath Ledger. Whatever one that was. Batman.
Nope.
Black Wolf Senpai says, so we doing Tank Heist on Wednesday? Ooh, we could do Spawn. Patriotic Spawn.
Patriotic Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
What's Patriotic Spawn?
I don't know. Maybe a blend between regular Spawn, medieval Spawn, and Captain America.
Spawn with a flag for a cape.
Mm-hmm. Hey, maybe we should just do that. We should just say you have to patriate a superhero of your choice, and then whoever comes up with the best patriotic version of any superhero wins.
Patriotize.
Yeah, so I would do that with Spawn. I'm calling dibs on that right now.
Yeah, we did Spawn, didn't we?
I'm not sure. Kentron says John doesn't like Black Dynamite. No, I haven't seen it recently enough. I think I started watching. I can't really say that I have an opinion on it. But if it is with Michael J. White, then yeah, it's probably not that great of it.
I don't think it is. It's pretty old, if I remember correctly. But all I remember is he was like practicing kung fu, and like someone brought him a phone. It's like, don't interrupt my kung fu. It was pretty funny.
Black Dynamite 2010. Oh, there's different ones. Okay, Black Dynamite 2009. Let's see. It's an American blaxploitation action comedy film starring Michael J. White, Tommy Davidson, and Sally Richardson. Oh, and it's co-written by Michael J. White.
I'm thinking of something completely different then.
Yeah, I'd probably have to watch it to get a good opinion on it.
Is it a remake?
It could be. Or it's just a parody of, or, you know, kind of an homage, not parody, more of an homage to old blaxploitation. So it might not be a remake. I don't see anything older than... Oh, here's the TV series Black Dynamite from 2011 to 2015. Oh, okay, this is a cartoon. Voiced by Michael J. White. Son of a... Can't get away from it. No, I think he's supposed to be like a legit martial artist, though. Like, I can respect that. I just wish he'd have a role where he would actually be a real tough guy. Not like a parody tough guy, not a superhero tough guy, but like a blood sport. If he did a blood sport movie and could pull that off, I don't know. His line delivery is just kind of bad. Sometimes he's a little overacting. Who else is hit and miss? Like, really bad? Private Pile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that guy overact. Like, it was just terrible garbage. You know, having good editor and a good director matters.
Yes, it does. That's why the prequels suck so bad.
Oh, because of the editor and director?
Because of the director.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you think what's his name could have pulled that off a little bit better? Or would you have just cast somebody different?
No, that's what I'm saying. The casting was great. I mean, I don't know about Anakin, but everybody else...
I mean, all the acting was really kind of flat, though, right?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, these are some of my favorite actors turning in the worst performances of their careers. It's like, you can't blame them because you've seen them do such great stuff before, and then blah.
What if it was like a chemistry thing, though? What if your girl just had zero interest in talking to Anakin?
Well, it doesn't explain why Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor turned in horrible performances.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, masters of their craft.
Hi, gentlemen. Good evening.
Hey, what's up,
Hey, Ethan.
How's it
Hi,
going?
fellas. Good. We just closed out Cyberpunk Vampirella.
Whoa, congratulations.
Now?
Thanks. We closed it out. It's over. We did a month on it, and, you know, it's done. We did it.
A
Well,
month
congrats.
was enough, huh?
Yeah, it just wasn't good enough, Mike. It just wasn't good enough. $63,469, which isn't bad for a cover.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I know, right? One freaking
Yeah.
Yeah, unheard of for a variant cover, man.
Yeah. I mean, why not do more of these?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, it's possible.
Why not, John?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why not, John?
John, tell me why.
Well, my only thing is I just don't have much interest in direct market stuff. So, I mean, yeah, I could do a cover for it, but, you know, I feel like direct market is somebody waiting for us to reach in there and be like, see, it didn't do 70,000.
Well, this isn't direct market, though. It's still, you know.
Oh, because, like a campaign direct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah, just like you did. Comicscape price. Well, those are at what, 20?
Yeah. Well, we could talk about it if you want to, because I've got some ideas for you.
Oh.
You in particular. You in particular.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. I love Kyung's avatar.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful. Mike, how you holding up?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. You know, I don't think I can
doesn't
complain.
Suck. I heard you lost a few frogs.
Well, yeah, but you know, here's the thing, Mike. Frogs are replaceable. You know what is not replaceable?
Frogs?
So messed up.
Terrible.
Bitcoin.
Ooh.
The Bitcoin price. Bitcoin price drops under $10,000 as downtrend continues. This is just from an hour ago.
Yeah.
Not only is Bitcoin plummeting, Mike, it's dragging everything else down with it. So you could say, oh yeah, it's Ethereum though, and all these other things that I've. No. Bitcoin's bringing that down too. Let me just show you this real quick. See these lines right here, John?
Hold on. I'm on the other deal. Let me switch over.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Okay,
it's necessary
yep,
to see this.
Yep.
You see this? This is Bitcoin. You see this trend line here?
Yeah.
Now you see Ethereum, Mike's other investment.
Yeah.
See every other. Do you see what's happening here? I mean, this is a steep like.
They're going up.
No. You're reading it backwards. You're reading it backwards. It's the other way.
Oh.
Yeah. Like
Oh, yeah,
if you were
we're pretty
reading it
steep
the other
drop.
way, if you were reading it the way that you would read a manga, you would be like, "Oh, awesome." But you're not. You're reading it, from left to right. This ski slope would kill 20 Sonny Bonos.
That's quite steep.
It is. So let me just read this to Mike. Now, Mike has a good attitude about all this, which I appreciate. Monday, July 1st, Bitcoin lost its grip on the 11,000. It was up to 13 at one point when I told Mike to sell. Lost its grip on the 13,000 price mark earlier today to sink below 10,000 at press time. All right, so it's
level.
Well, it's the leading cryptocurrency has pulled down other top 20 coins as well, with none of them reporting gains, according to data from Coin360.
That's a trusted source.
You got to trust Coin360. That's coin in every direction. Like everywhere you look, it's coin. As Cointelegraph, why do they do that? Reported earlier, market analysts. What's an analyst, Mike? We're expecting a 40% correction from its recent highs of around 13,900 when I told Mike to sell. The current price of Bitcoin means that this target is now nearly reached. 97.15 will be the 30% correction for Bitcoin, commented popular trader Josh Rager this morning. He added that a 4-digit price is now a gift in the short term as the overall long-term trend remains bullish. So they're projecting, Mike, that it's going to do well. This one guy is. But I don't trust this guy. The other guy I was reading about today says it's going to drop down to 6,600.
Yeah, the only guys you trust are the ones that tell you what you want to hear.
Oh, I trust these.
Don't trust a guy named Josh Rager.
Yeah, Josh Rager.
Yeah.
That's not a real name.
Emotional issues, this guy.
Yeah. He's the kind of guy that would try to sell his share of Brutus on Twitter.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's the kind of guy that is.
I saw that.
Anyway, Mike, I'm just here to bring you this news.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't, Ethan. Always looking out for me.
Always looking out.
I am. It's because I care. It's because I care about Mike, and I want him to know that I'm watching. I'm watching Bitcoin now. this is going to be good for me because I am already looking forward to once it gets to 3,000, which should be 3,000 is where it always drops, which should be in a few days. I'm going to buy in.
Maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight.
Yeah.
I don't see how. I mean, that's a pretty steep slope. These the things that we're looking at there, the graphs that we're looking at. I'll buy in.
Yeah. 3,000. Yeah, I might buy in just so I can sell at about 15, and then when it drops again, I'll buy in again, and then I will laugh at Mike that I made so much money.
That's how you win.
Right.
Yeah. Then I'll buy something with it.
Hey, Ethan,
Unlike Mike.
can I borrow $9,000?
You want to borrow $9,000 from me?
Yeah.
No, from. Oh, I thought you said from Eden.
No,
From Eden.
Ethan.
That's what I heard.
Ethan. No, from Ethan.
Why do you want $9,000, Mike?
Because that's where Bitcoin is.
Mike is like a scratch-off friend. You know he's got a problem.
I am worried about this, Mike. It does seem like a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you can borrow $9,000, but wouldn't you rather buy Eden a car or something with that money?
Or a proper lamp.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that he? You know how Michelangelo had to paint the Sistine Chapel in the dark, and by candlelight almost made him go blind.
Yeah.
Mike is doing that to Eden now.
You got to be kidding me.
She was painting a mural in her room, and he put an LED light in there because he said there was only one light bulb, but I mean it was almost black in there. And I said, Mike, what are you doing? You're gonna make her go blind. You're a monster. And then Mike was making, it's just the photograph. And then Eden came in. She's like, no, it's not. It was dark in there.
Oh, jeez.
It was dark and I'm not even gonna bother.
Oh, Mike, does she need a lamp? I'll send her a lamp. What kind? So does she need? It's just
She was in there working in just with one light bulb, and I'm like, what are you doing? It's freaking dark in here. So I brought more lights in.
John, do you think he sold the lamps to buy Bitcoin?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Even if you got her a lamp, he's going to intercept it and he's going to sell it on the black market and put it back in the Bitcoin.
The black lamp market.
Yeah.
Hashtag justice for Eden.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, we talk about this online and people don't believe. I just when I was just talking about it, they're like, "What are you talking about? This that Mike's not giving his daughter money?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's an open secret."
Yeah.
And they're like, "How? How can this be legal?"
It isn't. I don't think it is.
It's not. Mike,
I'm pretty sure it isn't.
Yeah, actually,
Ethan, what do you think about Mike drawing Mick the Monster Mayhew here with a mangina?
Wait a second. I didn't see that. I didn't see the mangina.
It's like an unclothed action figure.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like a Ken doll. Now, I'm not saying you got to show it, but there is something there. The man
You would
did
think
not.
that Mike would be on that. Mike sees penises everywhere he looks. You would think he would be right
Yeah.
on that. You know what I mean? Like, that's weird. It's not what I expected.
Yeah, but it is, otherwise, it's a good drawing.
I will say this, when I was 14 years old, I was in high school. I had an art teacher, my first real art teacher. I don't know if you guys had a good art teacher in high school.
Not at all.
Mine really cared. He was a former professional, and he was cool. So, he gave us all assignments. He said, we're going to do a comic book cover today. And I was so excited. Everybody got to do their own comic book cover. I chose to do the Hulk lifting up a boulder about to smash Ghost Rider. Like, it was a classic, 1970s cover with my two favorite Marvel characters on it. And he looked at it. I thought I did a good job. I colored it. I did the logo and everything. I was 14. It must have sucked. But he looked at it, and the one thing he said, he has no scrotum. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, his pants are so tight against the curvature, the inner curvature of his inner thigh and taint area. He didn't say taint, but you know what I mean? The pants are so tight there that it is clear that there's nothing there.
He's a Ken doll.
No.
You drew a Ken doll.
Ken doll. Yeah, I'd never thought of that before because I was reading Marvel Comics, and Marvel Comics in the 1970s, everyone had a smooth batch.
Mhm.
All of the characters, had, like smooth, sanded off, shiny batch areas.
They had non-junk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was used to doing, and he pointed that out. And since then, almost all of my characters, have had gigantic bulges in the front.
Mm-hmm. As
It's
they
just-
should.
Yeah, it's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I drew Superman while I was dating Andrea. I was drawing some Superman, some or other. And she noticed that. She said, "Your Superman's packed up front." I said, "I know. That's how you know he's Superman." Like, if he didn't have that, you'd be like, "Not so super, are you?" No. So, Mike, my question is, you've got a guy named Mick the Monster.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand the jokes that can be made by him having a tiny shriveled pee-pee?
Yeah.
They'll be like, "You're not much of a monster, are you?" We're like Mick the Midget.
Yeah. Not much of a man.
Hmm.
Does this concern you, or you don't care?
No.
He doesn't care. He knows it's my character. He doesn't care. He's not gonna do it.
Do you think he's doing it passive aggressively? Like,
Yeah.
his character has no package, no balls.
I think he's drawn this with love otherwise, but it's just in the crotch area. He does not want to represent.
No, Mick the Microphallus. Horrible. That's not the same as Mick the Monster.
Neutered the monster.
Well, what's he gonna do with it anyways?
What do you mean?
He smells like rotting flesh.
Yeah.
So?
What's he gonna do? Bang a corpse?
Maybe.
So does Moose. But he's still married. F Moose.
Aw.
What? Sorry.
Yeah.
I've done
He
it
needs
his way.
monsters need love too. We're gonna have to work that into the book somewhere.
Yes.
Monster love.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we really missed out not making Lilith equal in deterioration, because that could have been pretty interesting. But she's hot, so yeah, maybe we'll have to build Mick a new bride, a new Bride of Frankenstein version 2.0. But she's gonna look like
What's she gonna
crap.
smell like?
She's gonna look like hamburger and smell like rotted meat.
Nice.
A lot of people saying F Moose. Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying somebody has to. I guess. I don't know. He's married. So, Mike, can you fix that in some way? I would just say draw a little hang low. Like, draw a little, like, what would be a scrotum hanging down.
Mm-hmm.
Just black it out.
It is blacked out.
And just lower that taint area a little bit.
Yeah.
Mike's busy drawing happy little trees.
He's in his happy place. He
little
escapes.
trees. Come on, man.
Come on, Mike. Johnny, you gonna publish this?
No, Mike is.
Oh, you have no control over this at all.
No, I didn't work anything in like that. Shut up.
You have to admit, this shit is funny. Excuse my language, Mike. Sorry. Like, most people can't do live streams. I really think when we do live streams, it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike did get the inverted nipple. See, Mick doesn't actually have nipples. He has like a black hole and then kind of meat that kind of swirl, kind of goes into that hole. It's almost like a butt or a sphincter on both of his nipples. Why? I don't know, but it looks cool.
No, it doesn't.
John, did you pencil this? Did you do anything? Like, why is it blue line? I don't understand. Did he print out
No. This is Mike's drawing here. He's drawing this for Monster Hunt.
Yeah, I did the breakdowns on.
But I did give him a little direction on the nipples.
On
Because
the
he
nipple.
wasn't just going to give him regular nipples, but I'm like, no, Mick actually doesn't have nipples. He lost them.
He lost his nipples.
Yeah, he's looking for them.
So, Mike, you drew this digitally, and then you printed it out
I did
to
the
actually ink it
breakdowns,
on.
and then I did finished pencils traditionally, and now I'm inking traditionally.
Okay.
So you drew it 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somehow you managed to retain the energy even after drawing it 3 times. 3 times you made the same choice not to give him a dick. And you see, that's what's so shocking about it. Like, it's not like one time you decided to emasculate John's character.
Yeah.
You made that choice 3 times. It becomes deliberate at that point. It's not an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Lone Star in that double page spread that Mike did with Lone Star and what is it, Iron Cross?
Mm-hmm.
Is that his name? Yeah, like Lone Star is packing heat, dude.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to me, Mike? This will live forever in your book.
Well, I just wanted you to have a reminder of how crappy a day you had.
It was crappy. Ethan, I have a criminal record now.
What happened?
I got pulled over.
You did?
And yeah, I haven't been ticketed or anything. No criminal record my entire adult life.
Yeah.
No tickets, no nothing, no speeding. I do speed, but look, I never get caught.
Right.
And today I got caught because I had one headlight. Because my headlight, if I hit a bump, it'll go out, and then if I hit another bump, it may come back on, and it was out. The cop got me, and I got my birthday was last Sunday, so I was supposed to renew my license, but
happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, so I had some things going on this week, and it wasn't a priority for me to get out and renew my license. And today, everything was being resolved, and the law reminded me that they're still in charge.
Well, a lot of people try to fight the law.
It's a misdemeanor, and I have to go to court.
Oh,
John tried to fight the law, but the law won.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, pal.
Yeah,
Will there be prison time involved?
I hope not.
Can you plead it down?
I got a campaign to launch here in like 2 weeks.
I know. Just try to get the death penalty off the table. That's the first thing a good lawyer is going to do.
Yeah, actually, I should probably check the date. Wouldn't that be funny if it was on my launch date and then I had to go to jail or prison?
Yeah, I think that would be miserable. That's not a good way to spend, your birthday. And it's not a good way to spend the launch of your Indiegogo campaign.
No, because I would see the humor in it. I would laugh.
You would?
Yeah.
Well,
I'd look forward to getting out, but
yeah,
I'd laugh. I would use my one phone call to make sure Mike is out there spreading the good word on Graveyard Shift.
The good word, Mick has no package.
You got your one phone call. You call into Mike's live stream.
Yeah, one guy you can't trust.
I'm still on the phone. I'm talking to Mike. That's great. That would be good. Mike, those trees look good.
Okay.
Kentron Yad says that I'm 20% anti-cop now. No, I think I topped out at 15% today. Yeah, because I was just whatever. I was triggered. He did me a favor by not giving me a fix-it ticket, but he gave me a misdemeanor. Like, wouldn't the favor be not giving me the misdemeanor and giving me a fix-it ticket?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe favor means something different in where he comes from.
Oh, maybe I missed the sign, yeah. Maybe he wanted something in return.
A favor.
Son of a...
Yeah.
Okay.
What's happening to this world?
It's going to hell, man.
All I wanted was McDonald's.
That's all you wanted? You just wanted McDonald's?
Yeah, I was going to McDonald's. It's right down from my house.
Oh, God.
Matthew Fowler says, Michigan jail is probably hardcore. Nah, it's all right.
Oh, hey, Super Chats. Mayor McCheese says, just send Gary to the fan edition. Unhinged Crank says, what's up, Mike? Somebody said something for $2 and then didn't say anything. Unhinged Crank says, Mike's daycare has one light only per room.
Ben Pinchetti says, dang, my license expired 2 weeks ago. See, I'm saving you right now, Ben. Don't do my mistakes. Don't go down this road.
Yeah. Make sure
don't go down this road.
Headlights work.
John, your life is like a Johnny Cash song right now.
And that's what I was thinking.
You know?
Yeah.
How'd it come to this?
Roll freaking food with chopsticks into my mouth.
Ew.
That's valid.
Mortal V says, John, what do you get when you go to McDonald's? I get the quarter pounder myself.
Boom. That's it. Tonight I got a double quarter pounder. So I was feeling saucy.
Yeah, I don't know about the. See, here's the thing about the quarter pounder, though. It really becomes clear because it's more of it that this is not beef that you're eating, and it's heated up under a heat lamp. You know these burgers are cooked in a microwave or under a heat lamp because they just don't taste like anything else. And you know, when it's just a little cheeseburger and they're small patties, you don't notice; it just goes unnoticed. But when it's a lot of it, your mouth is full of this kind of like soy patty, like nonsense. Sorry, excuse my language. That's when it becomes clear. That's when the curtain comes down and you can see the little wizard, and he's just a little squeaky guy in there. It's not burger, it's not beef.
Yeah, it did seem to be a little extra dry today, and there did seem to just be a lot of meat. I don't know what it was. But what was I going to say? The quarter pounder.
What else would you get? Let's just say
it's good. It's good driving food, like burger wise, because like a Big Mac will fall apart on you. And if you go to Wendy's, like you pull the lettuce off with the if you get the Dave single, whatever it is, or double.
Yeah.
Like even though Wendy's is good because it's really fresh, but I mean it's a mess to eat and drive.
So I'm not the only one that does it.
Yeah. It's
greasy. So if you're gonna eat a burger and drive, it's either a regular single, like cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, or it's a quarter pounder.
Yeah, I go the double cheeseburger.
I'd mostly rather die than eat McDonald's. I really, when it comes down to McDonald's, it's almost like I resorted to cannibalism. There's nothing else around, and I have no choice. That's the same feeling I get when I pull into a McDonald's. I'm like, forgive me, God. I have to survive. You know what I mean? Like I say a little prayer. I'm just like, I have no other choice. I know that that life, continuing life, is more important than the fact that I'm defiling my body with McDonald's. There's no other choice. Now, if I could have any kind of burger, and I love cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
There are a couple of really, really, really good places. There's a good one called the Shake Shack right now. It's here in New Jersey. I don't know if it's a whole chain, but Shake Shack is pretty much top of the line.
You got Five Guys?
Yeah, Five Guys is all right. It's overrated. It's okay.
I agree.
I ate there last week because I pulled up a picture of a Five Guys burger on a live stream, and it really upset a lot of people. I think a lot of people went to Five Guys because of that burger. Like, it really looked good. I went there. It was, I went there with Hunter, made a video of it, never released the video. That's how sad it was. It wasn't a good experience.
Did you get the Cajun fries?
No, I just got regular fries. But Mike, I don't think that would have made that much of a difference.
I like the Cajun fries.
I bought 6 cheeseburgers. I brought them home, to everybody, and I think 3 of them got eaten. The other 3 went in the garbage.
Really?
Yeah. People were perfectly okay just suffering through one. It was okay. But when I bring home, if Andrea sends me out, she's like, go ahead, I can't cook, I'm busy. We need something. I'll go out to Shake Shack, and I bring home a crate of food for everybody. When my parents were here, that was something that I did. Brought home a big box of food. It all got eaten. Everybody was happy with it. Nobody cried. Nobody shat themselves all over the floor. It's good. It's actually good. So that's the worst, when you have company and you feed them something and they get sick all over the floor like that, Mike.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be bad.
That's like, because you're like, you can't be mad at them. It's your fault. You fed them something awful.
John fed the McDonald's.
Yeah.
I told everyone today, I said, please feel free to poo as many times as you would like in my new plumbed toilets.
But not on your floor.
No, not on the floor. Yeah. So I spent $6,000 a day, Ethan, for plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they redid the plumbing from inside my house straight out to the road.
Is that right?
Yeah. So yeah, I was.
Is it
having,
like a viaduct that you don't make people look at it in your neighborhood?
No.
No, it's underground. Okay.
But I did say that I would like to have the pipe, because they, instead of jackhammering out my basement floor to redo the pipes, they strung the pipes along the wall of the basement, and because they just had to redo the whole thing. It's just the pipes are, I don't know, from the 70s. They were destroyed, and I did think it would be a good idea to have clear pipes.
Yeah.
So that way you can watch, you can watch the poo move down, and you can see if there's any blockages without having to guess where the blockage might be.
Right.
Just be like, oh look, there it is.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch anyway. When there's nothing on TV.
Yeah, it'd be like Augustus Gloop when he's stuck in that.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just buy an Augustus Gloop that'll get stuck in my plumbing, so I can tell everybody, come down, hey, look at this. Watch, he's gonna go.
You're prepared. You're prepared for company. You're prepared to feed them bad food. I mean, when you want to have a good plumbing system. I mean, I feed them something horrible. Like I fed them 5 guys, and then I've got people like, excreting from both their mouths and their butts, like projectile diarrhea, and spinning around on my floor like one of those 4th of July pinwheels with the sparks. That's that's, again, you can't be mad at them.
That was a sign of a good meal.
No, if that's happening to you, that's not a good sign of a meal. That's if people are doing that to you in your house.
Oh,
yeah,
complete
opposite. This all wrong,
John.
too.
I think you're reading things wrong.
Yeah, it's all becoming clear. What have I been doing with my life?
People in the chat are very upset with me right now. They're saying Ethan has had people defecate on his floor.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
And then Rebel Leaf says, I thought Uncle Ethan was going to bed. He was watching my other stream. I said, I'm going to go to bed. I'll do a little drawing. I'll go to bed. But then I saw Mike was streaming, and then John and Kyung weren't here.
Yay.
Ethan drops egg whites and feces on his floor, says Rebel Leaf. That's a callback from my other video. And then Mortal V says, EVS, Ethan's 4 a.m. itinerary is usually dunking on people on Twitter. I don't do that. No.
Yeah, but he can come and do it live here.
I've been pretty well behaved, although the Nasser thing is interesting to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Him kind of, I guess him and Donald are breaking up.
They're on the outs.
It's a divorce.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And Nasser wants half.
Oh my God, no.
No, he's selling his half on the Twitters.
Son of a.
Yeah.
Now, what's Donald's position? That Nasser doesn't have half?
Donald's position is, I'm going to do whatever I want to do because I created this character. I mean, basically, I think the truth of the matter is that Donald created Brutus the badass. Can you imagine having to take that to court and fight over Brutus the badass in front of a judge?
You think Nasser's just kind of trolling, or? It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Well, almost certainly. Nasser's thing is, for some reason, I do not. When this was happening, I was like, what is going on? He had Donald DeLay, and he was like, me and Nasser are going to work together. And I was like, what? Like, what? Donald, you're not going to do that. Are you going to do that? Like, Nasser's okay. Nasser's like a kid he's a kid writer here at Comicsgate. He has balls. He's fun, but he's going to, he's mostly going to find artist friends of his in college or wherever he is, that are going to draw his books, and we'll promote him. We'll try to get him to 20,000 or something like that. And people, people are happy. But then Donald said, I'm going to work with him. And I have to admit, I was like, are you sure? Like, oh yeah. So Donald created Brutus the Badass, and he brought on Nasser to write it. I'll give you 50% of it. You can write it.
That's a lot. That's a lot to give him.
Very generous offer.
Yeah, like it didn't make sense then. It doesn't make sense.
Treated Nasser like a king.
I would say so. What a fool. You know what I mean? This is the thing. So Nasser was given this opportunity by a real professional artist, Donald DeLay, to come in and and write Brutus the Badass, and then of course the relationship falls through because of various reasons that you can research. A lot of things that I don't even understand. People are like telling me, Yellow Flash went off on Nasser, and I was aloof to all of it. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I really don't.
Yeah.
But it falls through, and then Nasser's out there like, you're a thief, Donald, because you told me I had 50% of this thing that you created that I did absolutely almost nothing for. Donald's like suddenly having regrets about giving away 50% of the thing he created to a kid, to a child.
Yeah,
That's Donald's fault.
I gotta say, So Nasser is out there acting like what is he acting like? He's acting like a child. He's out there saying, I'm going to throw a tantrum over what Donald's doing. And I'm going to publicly humiliate Donald by offering to sell the 50% of Donald's property that he generously offered me in exchange for work. We have an agreement. We have a contract. I'm going to humiliate him on Twitter by offering to sell it publicly, probably at a bargain basement price. And there's nothing Donald can really do about it except get really upset at my ridiculous behavior. But hey, I'm hanging out with John Delarose now. So what do you expect?
Oh, Nasser is?
Yeah. It's that whole crowd that's just out there to make trouble.
Yeah.
Nasser's hanging out with Delarose.
I think so, yeah. That whole group with the cherries and the, Comicsgate isn't about... You've taken over Comicsgate and made it about money. It's not about money.
It just goes back to, what happened to not wanting to have drama, and now here you are taunting Donald DeLay publicly with 50% ownership going to a potential stranger of his beloved product.
Yeah.
Drama free, Nasser. Drama free.
Well, he said that. He said he was sick of the drama.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving because I don't want any drama. It's like, what, you guys perpetuate drama.
No, he's sick of everyone else having drama, but not sick of when Nasser wants to have drama.
Why do people want to have drama? It feels awful. I really hate drama.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I have to fight someone, I will do it. It's like, I'll do it, but I really don't like it, and I'm not seeking it out. I'm honestly seeking to sell Mike's comics. That's about it.
Yeah.
All I want to do is sell comics, and I want to be at peace. People, the SJWs are like, they need drama. It's a perpetual engine. No, it isn't. Drama isn't an engine. That's not what we need to do. We just need to constantly point out how awful SJWs are doing to comics. I mean, the awful things they're doing to comics, and how, we could, if put in a position, we could actually rescue some part of what was good about comics. Mm-hmm. That's all we need to do. We need to continue to point out their bad behavior, but that's not drama. Drama is picking fights with your peers, with your fellows here, within your own little family, over shit like this. And then all of this, like, this is what this guy needs to be taken down. This isn't what comics get. Like, this stuff is all bullshit. This isn't what we need to be doing. We need to be selling comics, specifically Mike's comics.
Yeah, I agree.
All this because of a refund.
What?
Nasser, he's upset because he claims he lost $1,000 in refunds because of his own behavior.
Yeah.
And he wanted people, well, specifically, he wanted me to, raise a stink about it. But I said, Nasser, you don't want drama. You want me to engage in warfare for you, but you want to sit on the sideline of your own war. Like,
that's no way to win customers back.
Yeah, if you're actually wronged, and it was specific to, I think, I don't want to say because I could be wrong. I haven't read this discussion we had in a while now, but it was specific to a certain bit of people, I do believe, and I told him, I said, bottom line is, refunds are going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't force people to come back, or to give you that extra 1,000, and he's just flipped out over that. So,
Well, whatever.
clearly, because here we are today with him taunting Donald DeLay, where just a couple weeks ago he was saying, I don't like drama. I'm trying to just make comics great again. Miller Militia, he said. Miller Militia.
Is this Mike's fault?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What is it? What's your tag, Mike? Make comics great. Comics great.
Comics great. And I
Yeah.
don't want to pick
Nasser
pile on
loves.
Nasser
Loves everything that Mike does.
It's not that I don't care about Nasser. I do care about Nasser, but I'm not gonna freaking. I don't want to pig pile on him.
You don't want a pig pile?
Yeah.
Miller Militia. Miller Militia.
Yeah.
That's loyalty. That's Mike being loyal. Miller
Last
Militia.
Crusader is pissed off. He said, I can't believe I backed Nasser EVS. Well, I don't know. I did a card for him.
I did a cover for him.
You know what? You're on point. He's a kid, man.
Yeah.
Age though shouldn't how you treat other people.
Qualify that. He's a kid who lives with his parents still. He's
Yeah.
He's not going to make the wisest decisions on Earth, and just I don't.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to steer him in the right direction, but he doesn't want to listen to any of us.
He keeps calling me up.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he DMs me.
Well,
too.
he's only going to be happy when you agree with everything he says. That's the thing, though.
He DMs me for advice, and I give him advice, and then he doesn't listen. But I'm not gonna, whatever.
Same here. Exact same here. He asks
Mike
me for
always
advice.
comes to me for advice and he doesn't listen, so I know what that's like.
Oh, snap.
Mike's always like, Ethan, what would you do? I'm like, well, let me tell you. And then he's like, I'm going to do the opposite of that. Thanks.
Is this a Miller Militia thing?
It is. It is. Mike's been working this angle for a long time, I bet.
No, I mean,
are you secretly
one way or
running
the another,
Cherry
hey,
Brigade,
guys,
Mike?
Hey, I just want to keep.
Are you
keep in
the
mind,
Midnight
we're
Cherry
all
Mike?
Still friends with Nasser, so I don't think pigpiling him when he's not here to make his case, and I don't want to make. I'm not going to dig. I know the whole thing about the DMs sounds really freaking stinky.
Yeah, apparently he leaked one of my DMs.
Yeah, and that's. I don't know all the. I don't know if he did it on purpose or that the screen was just open or what. And he's not here to defend himself, and I don't know what the situation is, so I just don't want to. I'm not trying him without evidence or without him.
Mike, we're not trying anybody. We're just telling you he's doing some petty.
No, but you're
things.
you're just all saying.
Mike, will you sentence him to execution?
Would I what?
Without trial? Sentence Nasser to execution without trial?
No.
Life in prison?
Mm.
I'm just asking you to judge him, Mike. Kyung, thank you. It looks like you're sending me some cards. That's great.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. I'm
Wait.
looking at my messages right now.
Oh, I was going to say, how's this happening? What's happening?
Yeah.
USPS tracking.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Xenophobic says, is that Malin talking? I thought it was Yellow Flash. I just found out that apparently people think me and Yellow Flash are the same person.
There's no way.
I don't hear it.
Yeah,
Other
there's
people
no
are
way.
saying this, so. Yeah, Yellow Flash and Tug were on my stream the other night. That was fun.
I
think it was the
love
first
both
time.
of them.
Nasser brought us all together somehow. Yeah.
Did he though?
Yellow Flash, he's fired up.
Yellow Flash hates Nasser with a fiery passion.
Yeah,
I don't hate Nasser.
What was
but-
that in regard to?
Well, there's a whole group of comic skaters who are just like Comicsgate purity, and this guy's using Comicsgate for this and that and that. And my attitude is sometimes it's annoying. I don't like to be lied to when someone's like, "Look, I'm Comicsgate." I kind of believe you, and it's not. Comicsgate is not a group of people. You can't be driven out of Comicsgate. It's a philosophy. It's an idea.
That's right.
It's a belief system. So when you say I'm leaving Comicsgate, I'm like, you were never Comicsgate to begin with, then because you don't. It's an idea. What changed?
Mhm.
What changed? You want to abuse customers? Suddenly you think SJW comics politics belong in comics, and you know everything should be a pamphlet to preach your point of view. What changed? So unless those things change, you're still Comicsgate, and it's weird to say that you're not. It means that you thought this was a little clique, you thought this was a little group, you thought it was the community. It's not. It's a belief system. Mike, if all the Christians in your neighborhood were mean to you, would you say, I'm no longer Christian?
No.
You don't do that. Like, that's not what this is. It's just a belief system.
No, but there are knuckleheads that would.
Yeah. So that bothers me. But at the same time, you know, I'm just kind of like, look, you know, and I've said this to a few people. I'm like, Comicsgate is made up of people who have been roiled, who've been kicked around, you know, by the mainstream, who have been canceled and unpersoned. And you don't know what that does to different people's psyches. You know, it had an effect on me. You know, it has an effect on everyone differently. And you have to understand that there are some angry, broken, sad, you know, people that are involved with Comicsgate. And everyone acts differently. And everybody needs to be kind of kind and, you know, understanding when people get out of line. So, you know, if somebody says this or that, you know, for the most part, unless it gets destructive, like John Delarose is destructive. Like, he's destructive. You know, this is a guy who needs to be ignored, I think. He's just, God, it's just, it's one thing after another with him. But I mean, for the most part, people like Mindy Wheeler, you know, people who have Doug TenNapel, people who have just kind of like moved on and moved in this direction. It's like, go do that. Comicsgate should be a springboard to doing what you want to do.
Yeah, John Delarose, that's another guy who leaked my DMs. So if him and Nasser are hanging out, makes perfect sense.
They're all a group. Like, all of these people who are just like, you're kicking people out of comic. Like, that is all a group of weirdos. And I don't even know how to respond to them. I'm just like, why don't you control War Campaign? I can't. They're just adults. I don't control people. Except for, look at me trying to control Mike.
I was really, I was glad you said that to Ro and that he responded. I thought his apology was very heartfelt.
Yeah, you know, look, here's the thing. That's something that everyone can do. You know, it's just like if somebody gets out of line, and it's not about, you know, it's about, look, we're friends. We're friends here. You don't have to apologize to your enemy. But, you know, when you accidentally or drunkenly, which I think Ro did, Ro was drunk that night, you know, say something that's that over the top, and I didn't even see it happen in my chat. You know, you could just say, look, apologize to your friends. You know, it's like, you don't apologize to your enemies, but you can apologize to your friends. And, you know, he did. But, you know, it's like this idea that Comicsgate needs to be policed. It's like, that's what we're trying to escape.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not what I want to do. I'm not in charge of people.
Yep.
I'm not in charge of Mike. I'm not in charge of John Malin or Kyung.
Yeah, if anyone could control Mike, Mick the Monster Mayhew would have junk right now.
But he don't.
Yeah. See how we fail? What do you expect from us?
Remember that
Last Crusader says, I think Mike should disavow EVS.
Ooh, that would be
disavow. What does that mean?
That would be like a season finale episode of Comicsgate. Season finale. Mike disavows EVS. Where's it going to go from here? You know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, we can start scripting everything. Everything. We
That'd
can
be
kayfabe
such
it, right?
great
Kyung,
trolling,
kayfabe?
though.
Oh yeah, kayfabe.
Yeah, we can
Reality
kayfabe
show.
everything. You know what I'm liking about that now, Mike? It almost has like a Bernie Wrightson to it.
Huh.
Like that whole chest area. Looks really
Mm.
Rights on,
He-
rights off.
Although I don't know if it's because it's blurry, but that looks like a tangent. That tree in the background with the stitches over on the trapezius muscle.
Oh yeah, Mike. And also that one tip of the tree, it's almost touching the moon. It's a little
But it's
closer.
not touching the moon, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I know which one you're talking about.
Well, sorry, you're on a 15-second delay, Mike. We can't see what you're doing.
I do that on purpose.
I can anticipate what Mike's doing and warn him about it.
He's buying more Bitcoin.
Are you going to buy more Bitcoin now? No, it's
When
going
I get
up.
more money in, I will.
Yeah. Donuts one says Zach fed Luna gas station tacos. When she had a few accidents, he said that she was revenge pooping for not being allowed on the couch.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, that was bullshit, Zach. Excuse my language. Obviously, it was Zach's fault.
Yeah.
Zach just showed me the Indiegogo link for Jawbreakers 2. It looks great.
Snap.
He's launching it, I think he said July 8th. And he just showed me the image. You know how you can show people, like, here's a link to the campaign?
Mm-hmm.
God
Yeah,
King.
the preview.
Yeah. Jawbreaker's God King graphic novel, the culmination of the epic God King storyline that began in Jawbreaker's Lost Souls. Oh, it's going to be so good.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
He's seeking $20,000 this time.
Whoa.
Gosh, I hope he can get there.
Now, what do you think his angle is, though? Because wouldn't it be a better move to go low and let the Indiegogo algorithm see that you're doubling and tripling your goals?
You know what? I don't know if that's how it works, but you know, I don't know how many Cyberfrog backers were just people who were shopping on Indiegogo and just came across it. I don't know if that's how it works. You know, I don't think Indiegogo recommends things and people. I just don't think that's how it happens. I think it's almost entirely promoting directly marketing to people who are predisposed to buy it. I just don't believe in just shooting out there in nowhere.
I think if that were the case, then it being on the front page on the first and last day wouldn't be such big pump ups, you know.
Yeah, it must be kind of cool. I don't know. I could be wrong, Mike. You could be right that it's a, you know.
Well, I don't know how much it helps. It just seems like that getting it on the front page, like when you have your extension day.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you 2 last days, which pump you up.
Oh.
But I don't know what the other algorithms do.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else that you can leak, Ethan?
About Zach's project?
What other goodies has he got? Yeah.
Let me look here. All right, so you can get a pinup, the book and the pinup for $25, book and pinup, and I can't read it all. Wait a second. Book and pinup 2-pack for $45. This is interesting. He's doing. You know what he's doing that I'm gonna have to yell at him about? He's doing what Mike does with the 10% off thing. It isn't.
Oh.
It isn't. That's not true. Like, don't do that. Like, stop it. You're not Ollie's discount liquidator service. Like, it just doesn't look cool. It looks like, yeah, we couldn't get rid of it.
It looks like you had to drop your rates because it wasn't moving.
I honestly don't know how not to do that.
What do you mean?
Because when I put my number in and then I put the same number in, it says your number has to be smaller than your other number, and I'm like,
oh, because you put in the retail price. That's what you do. I don't do that. I leave the retail price blank. I don't fill anything in there. It's redundant.
oh really?
Yeah. How much is your tier? And then what's the retail price? Leave the retail price blank, and then the cost of the tier is $25.
Yeah.
And then it just stays clean.
I learned something.
Yeah. When a super, I shouldn't say. I'm not going to read this. I'm not going to read too much of this. But yeah, he's got that. He's got the pinup. He's got the Lost Souls God King combo pack for $50. Those are his 3. I mean, he keeps things simple. I don't know if he's going to add anything else there, but he keeps his campaign simple and clean, and not too many things to choose from. I went back and I watched The Founder again. You know, it's about our hero.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Ray Kroc, man. What an inspiring movie. Every time I watch that, I feel good again. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to sell comics and find a new way to do it. So, you know, the thing about Ray Kroc was keep the menu simple. And the reason why was because when he actually looked at what his orders were, you know, look, they have spaghetti on the menu, but it's like 85% of their orders that were coming in were burger, cheeseburger, fries, shake. So cut out everything else. That's waste. People just want those 3 things, those 4 things. And I don't know, it's smart. And so offering just a couple of choices. I know,
a lot
Mike,
of those ideas. A lot of those ideas kind of came from, at least from the movie. They kind of came from the McDonald's.
The original brothers. Yeah.
He was a little bit more of down for the hustle of the whole thing and get up there and really make this thing work, franchise it, build it bigger and stronger, and And then
Eric Hutful says we were just talking about how awful McDonald's was before you got here, Ethan. No, I was here talking about McDonald's being awful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not about the food being good; it's about the idea. Like I love Ray Kroc. And that guy, I mean, he was like, look, this could get bigger. We could do bigger. And the brothers were like, nah, we're just going to keep it here. It's you know, we're not comfortable. Well, F you, I'm buying your land. We don't want drama. Keep the drama out of it. By the way, what happened? Did the chat go down?
Can you imagine any business owner, like in any business, saying, you know, I would like to go out and achieve these goals and do these things, but I don't want drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you care about is money.
Plumbers. I don't want drama. Well, guess what? You're going to show up to do some plumbing, and somewhere along the lines, there's a good chance there could be some drama, a dispute, a question that you weren't happy with. Mm-hmm.
And if you have the attitude of I don't want drama, you're going to buckle when that happens.
Yeah, you're going to have to quit. You're going to have to close down your business because, you know, drama's everywhere. It's going to find you. Even saying I don't want drama is usually followed up with something that's like a sleight of hand towards somebody who you consider to be dramatic. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of these I don't like the drama guys making comments like that, and they're like making side remarks regarding, you know, us. I don't want to be entertaining. Don't.
This reminded me of you guys seen Soap Dish?
Uh-huh.
Oh, really? Is that movie with Kevin Kline? Never mind. There's a scene in there where the director goes, "Finally, drama." But I guess it's only me that gets that. So
yeah, stir some passion. I don't, I'm not an overly dramatic guy. You know, I don't go out and, you know, try to cause anything. But, you know, if I'm not going to run away from drama, I'll deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to have Yellow Flash on my show. We could do drama. You know, I could have Yellow Flash and Nasser and Donald DeLay and Doug TenNapel all on my show at once. That would be drama.
That would be like a nuclear bomb. Oh, you got to do it now. You got to do it.
I can't do it. It would be horrible. I would feel bad. I walk away from those events feeling sick. When Doug and Mike used to fight, I would feel sick. You know,
that was one time.
You guys fought a few times.
Yeah,
and
we did.
But it did cause tears.
Yeah, and then, you know, with the Will thing, I mean, that guy, that whole nonsense, he popped up again.
That was the same episode.
No. I'm saying, well, yeah, this guy popped up again, Mike, saying stuff about you. Did you see that?
I ignored it.
You did?
Yeah.
You can never be Christian enough, Mike, for other Christians.
For some Christians, anyways.
Yeah. You're plenty Christian enough for me, Mike.
Oh, thank you, Ethan.
Almost too Christian. Knock it off. Wait, I'm trying to find it. I think I took a picture of it because it was so interesting. I might not have it.
Mike, this is one of your best drawings ever.
No, well, yeah, but all right.
Yeah, but what?
Oh yeah, minus.
He could fix it real quick, and he won't. You know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, minus your shame.
Oh, you know what I need in here for Ethan?
What? Mike, I want his area to represent your expectations for Bitcoin. Could you give him a buffalo shot region that represents your wishes and hopes for
Mike, you don't have to get graphic, Mike. Just lower the taint. Just lower it.
You just didn't notice because I didn't lower it that much.
Oh, raise it up on the screen so we can see it.
You want hanging sack? I ain't doing it.
No.
It's not a flat area. That's kind of flat.
You don't
see how you put the white lines right across there to flatten it out even more? Why do you hate the
fog? It's fog-ish. That's page 2, Monster
Where's
Hunt.
my
Bam.
junk?
Monster Hunt, Monster
That's the hunt.
Hunt.
He's looking for his monster schlong.
Aw,
Monster
where's my schlong?
You could feel his pain.
Does look pretty awesome though.
Yep.
Thank you. Ethan, I put a trebuchet on the screen for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I see it now.
Oh no, the gifts.
What's it throwing? A piano? What is that?
The gifts begin.
Yeah.
I think Mike said it was a cart.
Seems like a cart.
Oh, yeah. It's another. You know what it is? It's a catapult.
Oh,
That's
he's
what it is.
trebucheting a catapult.
Trebuchet.
Yeah. That's hardcore right there.
That is pretty hardcore. Now I gotta know what that's from. What's Warpath? Is that a movie?
That's a at Warpath. I don't know.
Yeah, see all those Game of Thrones people when they were talking about leaving behind. This is why you don't leave behind your catapults, because someone's going to build a trebuchet and fling it at you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I had a whole idea today because Disney is threatening to make a Captain Marvel roller coaster, Brie Larson roller coaster. I said, yeah, just make it end like right in the middle of it. Put a brick wall. You know,
I was gonna say just make it flat and unenjoyable.
Well, you could do that too. I just wanted to execute everyone who got on it. You know, surprise! You're a Brie Larson fan. Brick wall. Mike, that's not Christian.
No, not particularly. Donut Swan has another super chat for you.
Yeah. It says, EVS, my girlfriend and I were laughing about the time Nasser sent you a $2 chat that just said, at work, promote Trixie. That young punk makes me smile. That's fun.
We love to hate him. Or hate to love him. I don't know.
It's pretty obnoxious. I don't remember that.
No, but it does sound like Nasser.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds exactly like him.
Yeah.
What a guy. The old Nasser we used to love.
Get messages from him just saying, whenever I'm on my show, you're just there. Whenever I'm on your show, you just make fun of me. Like, you don't promote my work seriously. I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that. Like, I read a story that you wrote about a boy being force-fed his own vomit. I don't know what do you want from me? You know, it's like, you're lucky you're here. You know, my gosh, like, you ruined my night.
Yeah, it's so odd though, because I hate to get serious, but I mean, just from the fact that he's been on your show and he's been known and become a robot and become all these oddball things and he thinks you're not promoting him. Like, his campaigns are doing 20,000, 50,000. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
To do 100,000.
Yeah.
It's nice. Trevor Wright for $5 says, Mike, would you rather have to live in-house, or drive a car that is shaped like a wiener? Live in-house shaped like a wiener? Could you only tell it was shaped like a wiener, like from a helicopter?
Yeah. Presumably.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with the house then.
What, you wouldn't want to drive the Wienermobile?
No. Oddly. Not my...
I'm not surprised.
I am, because when other people, when SJWs or little parakeet males are just like, yeah, that car's a replacement, that represents his penis, I'd be like, yes. Does.
What do you think? You think these horses at Hasselhoff and this weird sheep that Mike's in love with? You think those horses are penises?
What?
In a way, yeah. That's what Mike's
getting
implying,
weird,
but it's weird that it's like, first of all, Jennifer Connelly looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she looks like I mean, honestly, if that is, let me be frank, if that is meant to represent a sexual act,
Yeah.
there's not very much going on there.
Yeah.
But David Hasselhoff, on the other hand, is having a great time. So just something to think about. And I don't know what Mike's trying to put in our heads.
Yeah, get one up of Christopher Reeves riding a horse, Mike.
Oh, come on.
Do it.
Too soon. Too soon.
Isn't that your line?
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Who else has died on a horse?
He didn't
Genghis
die
Khan?
on the horse. He died.
Genghis Khan?
just
He was shot
broke
from
his
a
neck,
horse.
falling off the horse.
Ben Pachetti says low blow Malin.
I
He could get lower.
Yeah, I can go lower. Give me time.
Give him time. Give him time.
Do some research on horse homicides.
So dark. So dark.
I won't get on a horse. I know that I would immediately get flipped off. Like, why would a horse let me on its back?
I rode an elephant once.
Did you really?
Yeah. Their hair feels like bristle, like steel brushes almost. Well, this one did. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience riding an elephant, but one time I did ride an elephant. It was in a park. It was in a
sure
park.
It wasn't a fat chick?
Could have been. No, it was in a park. I was just walking home from school. There was like 3 elephant rides going on in this little park, and I just went down there. I was like, "Hey, I'll take that," and I rode it. Rode the crap out of it too.
Are you sure it wasn't a fat chick?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know what that means. Jeff Steinka says, "Just got my Jawbreakers in the mail. Love the art, John." Hey, thanks. Yeah, appreciate everyone supporting Jawbreakers, and yeah, so July 8th, I think.
That's what he told me, and he showed me the campaign. I got to say, people are going to be very, very happy with this. Jawbreakers is good. I mean, a big sequel. People like the sequels, huh, Mike?
Yep.
So we'll see how this goes.
I think if he added, say, 6 tiers, he would do significantly better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Ethan, I'm finding out there's a lot of shenanigans on Chernobyl.
Yeah. Shenanigans on Chernobyl. What do you mean?
Well, one, they said it in the end credits, I think, that chick never existed. The female scientist that went around, did all the investigating. What
You don't say. You mean Hollywood invented a female obsessed with science who's better at it than everyone else?
Yes. This is true.
What is it with their fetish with female scientists? There's nothing less appealing.
Yeah, they time travel and then just throw in representation that wasn't even there.
Women don't know the science. Do you understand? Women don't know it. They don't know it, and they can't help. There have been a couple of them, and they're standouts because they're the exceptions to the rule. Almost everything that's come from everything of substance, aside from like weirdos like Madame Curie. I mean, they're exceptions.
Yeah, just use common sense. Do you really think a woman could know anything about nuclear science?
No.
At all?
No, not at all. Not at all. Almost all of it is done by men. It's the patriarchy. And just stop hating. Just start appreciating. Don't hate the players. Hate the game.
Yeah.
Hate the game. And the game is science, John.
Yeah.
Hate it.
And the ones that got in,
Mike does.
you better question how they got in.
You have a question how they got in.
But yeah, apparently a lot of the they're playing loose with a lot of these wipe out the whole continent stuff. There's this guy named Thunderfoot. He does these little sciencey things, and he's been tearing into Chernobyl.
Yeah,
and apparently the radiation wasn't nearly as bad as they're letting on, and which is pretty true because the 3 guys who went into the water, they're like, we need 3 guys to kill themselves. Yeah, they lived full, happy lives. They never died. What a rip. I want my money back.
I kind of felt that way, too. I was like, and then they died, right? They're going to die down there. No.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get up and they give the thumbs up, the like awkward Russian thumbs up. Get out of here.
Yeah. This guy, Thunderfoot, he's got like 3 videos now, and they're all just like shredding into Chernobyl.
Yeah.
So I'm not as in love with it as I was before.
Donuts one says, name one woman inventor. Can't do it.
No
Exactly.
one can.
Lisa Frank invented those stickers in the 80s.
Who invented the glue?
A man. Yeah.
It's provable. It's provable. Women voted for welfare state. That's probably true.
I'm not going to do any research on that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's just, fact. Hashtag fact.
We should just change the name of California to welfare. And then just, everybody can go live in their welfare state. That's the welfare state.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is going to have to move out. Mike will not be able to tolerate that.
Cali and New York. Just do it to both of them.
Yeah.
Let those be the only 2 welfare states in the entire country. See how that goes.
Go there if you want welfare. We don't care. Go there, you'll get welfare, and then vote there.
If I was dictator of Michigan, I would offer everybody on welfare 6 months advance pay so they can leave the state, and then I'd cut it off. Minus the most desperate elderly, like straight up can't do anything.
Yeah.
Some say I'm evil.
Mike, are you excited about 2020, Trump?
Yeah.
What do you think the end result, what do you think the fallout is going to be of Trump winning again?
Glory.
Do you remember?
Those Antifa guys are already getting fired up, right? They're
They're ready
beat
to
up.
commit.
Some reporter, an Asian gay man, they beat him up.
Andy, no.
What's his name?
Andy, no.
No, that's how it's pronounced, because it's like NGO.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just put Trump in the middle of the screen.
Oh,
Is
What
what?
is Superman?
Yeah,
triggered Superman.
that's right.
Yeah. Mike, do you remember them saying he's not even going to finish his first term? I'll bet you anything it's going to be like a year tops, and he's going to be thrown out of office. He's a crook. He's a criminal. He's a traitor.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to do to their psyches when he's reelected?
I don't know, but it's
I mean,
gonna be fun to watch.
Say
I
it again,
actually am a little
interrupted.
worried about some of them absolutely snapping into some form of Trump derangement syndrome 2.0.
What exactly is left?
Straight up violence.
Straight
Just
up
violence.
Straight up
Guns.
violence.
Yeah, 1.0 is the I don't know, chain locks or whatever that guy got hit in the head with.
Bike lock,
Bike lock.
Yeah, bike lock. Yeah, 2.0 would be
acid.
yeah.
Yeah.
What were
Trump
they using?
winning.
What were they using to beat up Andy? What is with these milkshakes? How did that happen? Did Comicsgate start that? What's going on?
So stupid.
Started with
Weird.
like throwing milkshakes at European, politicians, but they mixed in quick drawing cement in the milkshake that they threw at Andy.
What does that do?
It burns the hell out of you.
Makes the
Oh yeah, I
statue
guess
out of you.
Oh,
if
so
you-
they're already on 2.0. That's basically acid.
I would hate that if they dumped like quick drying cement on me and I became a statue, like frozen in place. Like, help me, help me. That'd be cool.
Yeah, did you see freaking Lauren posted something about that? How do these people not understand? Has no one ever worked with quick dry cement before? It takes 4 to 6 hours before it starts setting up. It's like
Lauren's an idiot. She's so funny.
Who's Lauren?
Renfamous.
Oh,
Renfamous.
no.
With her denim jacket that says "For Comicsgate" and it's signed on the back by like Mark Wade and like Jamal Igle and Max Visaggio. Basically, the 3 people Comicsgate fucked the hardest are on the back of her. Just excuse my language. Sorry, Mike.
Whoa, lines were crossed.
Why are you getting those 3 individuals to sign that jacket? We've destroyed them. Comicsgate has destroyed them and humiliated them. Why would they be on the back of that jacket? So the jacket is a whiny statement. It's not an aggressive statement of war. It's a whiny statement of complaint. Okay.
Look at what's left of these shriveled human beings. Get them.
Yeah. Look at them. So,
I'd rather not.
Rentimus. Trump winning again, Mike, is going to be. First of all, I'm going. I told Andrea that we will go. I learned all about the inauguration. I know how to do it now because I went last year. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, you want to as soon as he wins, you want to sign up to. You want to buy a ticket to one of the inauguration balls.
You can't.
You want to?
Or
Huh?
you can't do that before. Like sign up for it.
No, well, because that's when they start announcing that there are going to be inauguration balls, and they're expensive, and they're black tie affairs. You are going to get to see the president and the first lady dance. It's like $12,000 a plate. Okay?
Oh, shoot, you're paying that?
Oh yeah.
That's 20. Just you and Andrea, or you?
Yeah.
Your kids.
I might bring some friends.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding. It's gonna be me and Andrea.
Okay.
So yeah, and we're go to this party, go to this big party with everyone. I mean, everyone is there, Mike. Everyone that you look up to will be there.
Hero,
especially Jesus Christ.
No,
he will be there in spirit. So go to one of these balls. You dress up. That's after. It's after the inauguration. I know where to go. I know all the places to go. I know how to get there. I know how to get tickets. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch the craziness. Last time I was there, it was insane. Like all of the nonsense you see on YouTube, all the bickering, all that's happening real time on the streets. You can get into political arguments with just randos. Who are all filming. Everyone has a camera. They're all trying to get content.
Will you wear a MAGA hat though?
I wore a MAGA hat the whole time last time.
Wait.
I was there outside of the Flora.
There is filmed documentation of your visit. Are you sure you were wearing a MAGA hat when you?
Yeah, on the not at that party, but I mean during the inauguration, the day of the inauguration, I put on the hat. And I walked around.
Nice.
Yeah, you saw me there with Lauren. What's her face?
Yeah, Southern.
Yeah, she was nobody then. Like nobody knew. I didn't know who she was. I was like, who is this woman wearing like a prom dress in the middle of the street?
I knew who she was.
You knew who she was then?
Yeah.
Huh. I sat there and I watched her argue with some Muslims.
Yes.
About what, and it was dumb. It was way too long. I saw her yelling at a woman about how Lauren said, "Look, I identify as a man." I saw that go down. I thought that was pretty good. And I just stood there.
Yeah, she's like, "I identify as an attack helicopter," right?
No, she said I'm a man.
Lauren Southern.
Oh, did she? Huh.
Yeah.
Rezakai said John knew her bra size too. Maybe.
Mark C for $5 says, looking forward to Trump in 2020, looking more forward to Shapiro in 2024. I don't think it's
Shapiro?
happen. I would vote for him, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think he's
You think he'd ever run?
I don't know. Maybe someday, but I don't think 2024.
I think he'd have a good shot.
Oh, I'd vote for him.
Yeah, but I think I don't know, man, because I was pretty sure that whatever Trump's daughter would probably be the next one, but she's kind of off the map, it seems like.
Yeah, she's too liberal too.
Yeah, well, that might be what it takes if she is seen as like a liberal or a liberal Republican, I guess, or a centrist, whatever. So
why don't you guys come to the inauguration?
Because it's $25,000 or $12,000 a place.
No, that's the ball. That's the party. Just don't do that. Let's go on the street. Let's get on the street. Let's start making content celebrating the re-election of Donald Trump. Go to some parties at night.
I feel like I'm gonna get a ticket. I'm gonna show up and it's gonna be me.
No.
You'd have to do all the content on my channel because you don't do political stuff on yours.
Come on.
Whatever.
Mike, you would do it, wouldn't you?
Hell yeah.
You want to do it? You want to come to Washington, D.C.? I'll drive us all around,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right.
Have to clear it with the boss.
Headquarters.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be a good time. Trevor Wright says Ethan would ditch you guys. Why would you say that, Trevor?
That's right. That will happen though, because you will be going to the $12,000 plate. So Mike and I will have to entertain ourselves at some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the best one.
We'll kind of meet up and have maybe hang at a bar, or maybe go to a couple bars or something. That'd probably be about it.
Yeah, dude, the hotels are all decked out with Trump memorabilia. Oh, it's so nice. I got napkins from the event. I brought home all of the Trump 2016 napkins from the bar. It was just great times. I got my Trump hat autographed. I wore that.
Somebody was going to send me a Trump hat. They never did. Just letting them know. Whoever, if you're in chat.
Muerta bought me 2 of them.
Because they wanted me to wear it into a Taco Bell, but it never came.
Matthew Fowler says, what happened to the whole no politics thing? That is not the policy on my channel.
Mike is all political.
Everything Mike does is offensive and divisive.
Yeah, watch cross-examinations.
Mortal V says, LOL napkins. When was the last time you used them, Ethan? No, that's not what I did. I sent them to people. I bagged and boarded them, and I sent them to anyone who wanted them.
Did you really bag and board them?
You bet I did. They're gorgeous.
That's rad.
Yeah. A lot of people wanted them. I took like 100 of them. I had a big stack. Ben Pichetti says, I want to go to the next Trump inauguration. Yeah, I mean, basically you get lawn seats. You know, you're way out there. It's not about, I mean, you're going to see the inauguration. You're going to see him, you know, get sworn in, take the oath. But that's only a part of it. Like, it's just being there. All the crazies come out. Like,
yeah,
all the
triggering.
Yeah, like I remember you can't talk to people. I mean, you know, if people see you in the red hat, they go, shut up, you C-word. They're really rude to you right in your face. Like, you know, you could the SJWs are there, all the Democrats, they're pissed. I mean, that one girl who screamed, no! Like, you think that was like an isolated event. That was happening all around. That kind of nonsense. That was happening all around. Just everything's like fenced off, and there are people clinging to the fences like lunatics screaming like chimpanzees. No! It was great. It was just great.
Did CNN fake the footage? Mike says, will CNN fake the footage again? Were they faking footage?
Yeah, they were. That pissed me off because I was there, and they're like, "See, there's nobody here. It's like empty." Yeah, they took that picture at like 9 a.m. and I was there. Like, I mean, people trying to get on the line. You have to wait in line at these different entrances to get out onto the grass, out onto the plaza. They delayed people. Everything was clogged up. It was crazy. But 9 a.m., they were just starting to let people in on the lawn, on the plaza. That's when they took the picture. When I was there, and I was there, it was jam-packed. So I was there, and I saw those people saying, oh, yeah, it's empty. It was not empty. Everything has been a hoax. Everything has been a lie. And we were all the way in the back. Like, we got pushed way, 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 way back. I think we had silver tickets, which put us way out, you know. You had to use binoculars to see the president. So I'll tell you, it was filled all the way. And those pictures were taken at a time when people were still being allowed to find their place on the plaza. The ceremony hadn't started yet. Such crap. Everything was such crap right from the start. Like, if you were there, you sensed the hostility that was coming. Everything was going to be a lie. Crazy. And they started doing stuff like this. The other thing they did was, it was like, hey, look at the Trump hats. They say made in China. I thought everything was made in the USA. A silly lying president. Yeah, these a-holes, there were people all over on the streets selling bootleg Trump merchandise from made in China. So there are people with fake hats that say made in China, but if you got a real one from the Trump campaign, it says made in the US.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, these people lied all the time. It was just lies, lies, lies. Of course, Make America Great Again merchandise was being sold by like just people on every street corner, you know, just bootleg merchandise, trying to make a buck off the normies.
Yeah.
You know, get a picture of that and say it says made in China, and you're like, caught you, Mr. President. Not so American, are you?
Got you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
China. Trump says FB Sunny. China.
China.
Trump's
Yeah,
gonna-
so he walked across the
North
DMZ,
Korea.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Walked
good for
into
him.
North Korea. Like a
That's
boss.
Symbolic.
Like a boss.
Rich Johnson was following me that whole day.
What do you mean?
What?
The inauguration.
Or he was there.
No, I was filming. I was doing live streams.
Hmm.
You know, and Rich Johnson was like, I'm gonna put this on is that okay if I do that? If I talk about you being at the Trump inauguration? Is that all right? I don't know if you ever did it though. I think he did it without putting my name in it. He's like, there's a certain DC comics artist that's at the Trump inauguration right now, wearing a Make America Great Again hat.
He prefers a political candidate that others don't. So stupid.
Made in China.
Clearly,
Like-
I'm Nazi.
Yes. I have to admit, I'm getting excited about it.
Yeah, well, blood's already been drawn, so
Mike, do you feel good about going to the inauguration, knowing that it could be dangerous?
What?
Oh.
I'm sure
Like I
there'll
said
be
last-
security
you know-
there and lots of people with
Well-
handguns.
Yeah, but they don't care. Mike, it's like, it's Washington, D.C. They let Antifa run wild.
Do they?
Yes.
Hmm.
I couldn't wait to get out last time. I was like, I cannot wait to get out of here. Go home.
You're making it seem less fun.
yeah.
Yeah, but it is going to be fun, Mike. We will be there on the streets with our cameras making content.
It's gonna be really fun. You're not gonna want to wait till get out of there.
You'll see Ben Shapiro. No, but by the time 3 days of this or 2 days of this, you want to go home. You're like, enough of these crazies. Like some people, you go, oh, these people really take politics very, very seriously. They're very upset. I'd walk around with my Make America Great hat again, and these people, dressed in, business suits would be like, America was never great, or America was always great. Like they'd say that to me. One of the two things.
was
America
never
was
and is always great.
America has always been great, or America was never great. And I'd be like, all right, make up your mind. Get your talking points together, weirdos.
Matthew Fowler, yes, that is Morris Day in the time in the corner.
You would.
I did.
Mike,
Oh.
why are these the same gifts that you had up the other night?
They're not. I mean, Superman's new. Because
Superman.
I'm tired. It's 2:00 in the morning. I know it's 5:00 your time, but I'm gonna wrap this up and go to bed. So, you guys have to take this party somewhere else.
All right. Think up some new gifts.
I need suggestions for gifts.
It's like wearing the same clothes 2 days in a row.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
People want new.
Well, thanks everybody for being here. We're out. Peace out. Aloha.
Aloha.
Donut Earth is real.